Welcome to the Guild. We have been expecting you. Please, follow me.
Hello, and welcome to our very latest episode of the On Point Gaming Podcast. I am CMoney, and I am joined by the always lovely Doodle.
What's up, everyone? Happy freaking Wednesday. Let's go. Let's get it. Thank you for rocking out with us tonight. Today.
It's morning. I know it's not the norm, but it will become our norm on Wednesdays, that's for sure. Guys, what's up? Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you guys so much.
We have some breaking news that went as soon as we were getting ready to go. Some big news. I think some divisive news. Like, it's gonna be
very of course it's
gonna be crazy. And I mean, look, we're gonna talk about it, and I think we're gonna just kind of get almost like right to it.
Yes, I think we need to kind of get into it. I do think, you can come at it from, different.
Well, we'll read it, we'll talk about
it,
and then we'll get what's actually going on. So we'll take a look at what they're saying. We do have some interesting stats as well.
Yes,
from an unlikely source, actually. But before we do any of
what
that,
do you see?
Shout out to everybody who's live in the building. You guys are the shit. Thank y'all so much for being here. I will have the I don't have the banner done correctly for the month. We are in a new month, so the champion, the people who were the champions from last month will be in that banner. I don't have it updated.
Oh my god, happy October.
Happy
1st,
October,
you
I know.
guys?
Yes, yesterday was our baby's our
yes,
twins, our youngest twins' birthday. So
it was amazing.
A great day with them. So.
I want to thank everyone that took the time to send a GIF and a message through Discord for our babies. That means so much to us, you guys.
And on
seriously.
YouTube as well. A bunch of people.
YouTube as well. Yes.
Shout out
thank you guys so much. I haven't seen those, but that it really means so much to us, you guys. Thank you.
Yeah. So shout out to the homies for being here. We appreciate all of y'all. Thank y'all so much. We do want to go ahead and get the top three. And again, we want to get into the topic because it's a big one and a lot is going on. But I do want to shout out the top three in the building.
Let's go.
Right, the specials of the morning, or technically the morning. So I'm still in
the early specials.
The early specials. The early specials. Hold on, let me grab this. So we got the early specials in the building. You have number 3 in the building, our homie Cubini Gaming. Shout out to you, my brother. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for being here, my dude. Number 2 in the building is our brother, our boy, Right You Are Gaming.
What's up, love? Thank you for being here, fam.
And first in the building, best spot of the day.
Let's go.
It's our homie Ren.
Ren
was starting the month off with a bang.
Yes.
Thank you for being here, man. Appreciate
Shout out to Ren. See, on Wednesdays, you get a full day of being the best spot. You know what I mean?
That's right. Because the night doesn't come. So you have a long time. So shout out to you guys, man. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you guys.
I'm gonna update the banner now, but not with again, the monthly is not there. Or the weekly, frankly. So, but we will update the normal first 3 people.
Listen, we've been partying.
It's been a build up.
It's been a while
getting everything ready for the birthday and such. So, but I'll have it ready for the next show for sure. Okay, so first 3 we had our homie Ren in the building, Ryu Art number 2, and Cubini.
It has a ring to it every time that we say number 2 in the building.
What do you mean?
No, never mind. We're not going deep. We're not digging deeper into that.
All right. I was a little lost. Not gonna lie. I'm not. I don't know. I'm
Too early for you.
Too early. I'm not.
All
My
right,
mind is not. I didn't even get to drink coffee today, to be honest with you. So I'm not quite wired right. But the news got me jolted a bit. You know what I'm saying? It woke me up a little bit. All right. Let's get it going. Let's.
I see you face shot with the shade.
All right. So let's first start. They put it. Do we want to not really. I was gonna say maybe we should watch the little clip they put up.
Why not? I don't know if not everyone in the chat has seen it.
All right. So this is how they announced it
so let's
right
see
off
the
the rip
announcement
before the words. Okay. So first of all, I gotta put it up there. So let me do this. Get here.
Our lyric. What's up, Neo? In the build. We've missed you. What's up, fam? Thank you for rocking out.
What's up, fam? Thank you for being here, homie. All right.
Snooki.
I'm gonna get this up here.
Go ahead.
Let's go. All right, ready? Xbox Game Pass gives you some Ultimate Premium Essential Ultimate plans now include games on PC and console, unlimited cloud games, online console multiplayer, more rewards, and in-game benefits, including Riot game benefits. Enjoy more must-play games. Ultimate over 400 console, over 75 games, per year. Gameplay included, Ubisoft Plus Classic, Fortnite Crew,
let's go,
coming
baby.
November. Premium over 200 consoles, new Xbox One in a year long. All right, so we're gonna go over this in more detail. This is the video together.
It's game time, baby.
Yeah, it is. This is how we play. Damn. Okay. I don't know about you guys, but talk about a sales pitch. I was like, it does give me more. That is how you sell.
You believe really.
Yes, that is how you sell it. Studying freaking games where you're like, I am not gonna miss out on all this fun. That's wild because this is marketing at its best. Like, obviously, it's true what we're seeing. That is what we get. So
I mean, when you see it, it's like that's why it's happening. But let me
hearing it and seeing it, those are two different things.
Yeah, that's why it's good to see. Get the visual first, right?
Exactly.
Before we
remind you of how you got it.
Rip the Band-Aid. So if you don't know, right, what the one thing that video did not say, and maybe it said it in small print or something, but I didn't see.
Our vision.
What it
vision's not that
didn't
good.
say was some of it is at a cost, right? And to be fair, a lot of it's not at a cost, and that's where there's like this balance that's happening. And I think there's a lot to discuss. We're going to discuss it, but all right. Updates to Xbox Game Pass, introducing essential, premium, and ultimate plans. All right. So our goal, this is Xbox Wire, by the way. So this is direct from them. Our goal with Game Pass has been clear: deliver unmatched value, benefits, and a deep library of games for our players. Since launching in 2017, we've steadily grown our subscriber and creator satisfaction. And today, Creator participation and player engagement in Game Pass are at an all-time high. But we have the opportunity for Game Pass to help more players find the creators and games they love. We know not everyone wants the same thing in their their Xbox experience. So we're evolving Game Pass to offer more flexibility, choice, and value to all players. Whether you love day one releases, discovering hidden gems, or playing across multiple devices and screens and across Xbox consoles, Xbox on PC, and Xbox Cloud. Starting today, we're introducing 3 upgraded Game Pass plans based on how players play: Essential, Premium, and Ultimate. Each includes expanded game libraries, including PC titles, unlimited cloud gaming, in-game benefits, including Riot game titles, and a revamped rewards with Xbox experience. Today's Game Pass core subscribers will automatically move to Essential, standard subscribers will transition to Premium, and Ultimate subscribers will remain in the Ultimate plan. It's all a part of our commitment to meet players where they are so you can choose what works best for you, no matter how or where you love to play. So they have this graphics here. This graphic here says, okay, this is the breakdown, the way they do it. And there's a lot of stuff all the way in the bottom that is wild that I'll try to be able to read. But Essential is going to get 50 plus games, which is boost from 25 plus games. So they're doubling it.
Okay.
Right. Now playable on PC, console, and cloud, $9.99 a month. Unlimited cloud gaming, in-game benefits, including for Riot games, online cloud console multiplayer, and play and earn up to $25 a year in the store with rewards. And then Premium, 200 plus games, now playable on PC, console, and cloud, $14.99 a month. Again, the same price, so they're not changing these prices.
Exactly. Oh, they are getting benefits,
yes,
right? They're just not changing the price.
Yep. So you're getting more games available, new Xbox published games within a year of launch. Unlimited cloud gaming with shorter wait times, in-game benefits, including for Riot games, online console multiplayer, play and earn up to 50 a year in the store with rewards. So real quick, you can see that you got unlimited cloud gaming. So anybody could play, right?
Yes.
As long as you have Game Pass. But look, on the Premium, you get shorter wait times, right? So they're doing like the GeForce Now method where it's free. Well, I don't know if it's free to use. Maybe it's free. I think they have a low tier, or either a free tier or a low tier, that you can do it, but like you have to wait.
So it's kind of like that whole, in comparison, right? Obviously, but like the whole ads situation, right? When you have to watch ads before you get to it,
similar. Like you're just gonna be waiting. So like if more people on a higher tier are playing, then you're gonna have to wait.
Then you get on the back of the lines for you.
The back of the line.
It's like getting the pass at Disney, right?
Exactly, like the fast pass.
The fast pass.
That's what it is.
Yes.
So Game Pass is Disney, right? Essential is your ticket in.
Yeah.
Premium is your fast pass.
Yeah.
But then there's Ultimate.
That's behind the scenes, baby.
This is the deep dive. So it's 400 plus games, right? So doubling the amount. But you're also doubling the price. $29.99. So from $15 for Premium to $30 for Ultimate. That's a $10 increase. It's a 50% bump in price over what it was before.
Yes.
But this is obviously this is the biggest thing, and I think this is where the biggest place to I think our discussion is going to fall in line here.
I think so,
because you're getting 75 plus day one games a year, including all Xbox published games day one. Now, the statistic that I have is from Christopher Dring.
Real quick, I see a lot of questions about PC in the chat. We're going to get into PC as well. So no worries, you guys.
Yep. We're going to
get there.
So Christopher Dring put a statistic out there, and we'll kind of go into his thing too, but just to kind of caveat it now so you can get an idea. It is 50% more.
Yes.
Day one games than last year.
Mm-hmm. And it's also 50% more in price. It kind of
Yeah,
goes
so
hand in
it
hand.
seems like they're taking the money and they're investing in more games, right?
Yes.
And again, we talk all the time about how you have Game Pass, so you save more money, so you could take those dollars and buy other games that you want to play.
Yes.
Well, what they're doing is they're saying,
Giving
okay,
you
how
those
about
other
this?
games.
We'll give us $10 more, and we're likely going to be giving you one of those games over the course of the time. Now, again, we're going to talk about this. So we'll go further as we go on. I want to finish reading this, but we definitely have a lot of thoughts on it. Okay, so you're also going to get Ubisoft Plus Classics, which remember, Uplay is not included in Game Pass. It is something you can attach to your Xbox account. So if you have a Ubisoft Uplay, like the Uplay account already, their subscription, you can get access on it on your Xbox and everywhere else, but you're not getting anything for free from Ubisoft in your Game Pass. Now you will be. You get the classics, which I believe is what PlayStation Premium had.
Okay.
So I think PlayStation Premium had Ubisoft Classics. Now it's coming here, just like we had EA Play, and then eventually it went over there, right?
I wonder how that plays out for them. Are they still available there, or
yeah, no, it's just going both places.
Okay.
So just like EA Play,
For
like
the
I said,
treat.
we had EA Play before, and
Yes.
then it went to PlayStation. Now we have Ubisoft Classics. Obviously, you guys know us. We are also getting Fortnite Crew.
Yes.
So as much as this all sucks in theory for the pricing going up, for us personally, we're actually saving a couple bucks.
Yes, because it was $20.
It's $12 for Fortnite Crew.
for, I believe, for Fortnite. So now when you incorporate it together, we're
Save a couple bucks.
Yeah, a couple bucks.
So that's a huge W for us personally and for Fortnite players. But and then unlimited cloud gaming at our best quality with the shortest wait times. Now again, that's going to be one of the big things, and obviously they're going to talk about it. But Game Pass is out of beta. It is now officially just not Game Pass, the cloud gaming.
The cloud gaming.
Cloud gaming is out of beta, so it's not now. It's just cloud gaming, and they are doing the bump, right? It's going to be higher 1440p, better bit rate, so you're getting a higher quality. So you have unlimited cloud access at Essential. In Premium, you get the shorter wait times. In Ultimate, you get shorter wait times and a better looking experience.
Yes.
Right. And you can play and earn up to $100 a year in the store with rewards. So there's you can $25 a year you could earn for Essential, $50 a year you could earn in Premium, and $100 a year you could earn in Ultimate. But I'm not 100% sure. So this is the thing. There's some words down here that are fucking super tiny.
Very small. And what's
tiny.
funny? I've been wondering, how can he see this and I can't see it? But yours over there is bigger. So
see if I can zoom in.
Yeah, the words are bigger there. Okay. So I was concerned.
All right.
CMoney doing God's work.
Look, it says Call of Duty Black Ops 7 coming soon. Xbox Game Pass libraries vary over time by region, device, and plan. Benefits vary by plan. For details on partner subscriptions, including with Game Pass Ultimate, blah blah blah. Okay, let me see. In-game benefits vary by game, region, and over time. Game must be installed to access in-game benefits. Xbox Cloud Gaming requires a Game Pass subscription and supported device. Cloud gaming library varies. All right, cloud playable games not included with Game Pass are sold separately and may be made available with Game Pass in the future. Play directly on Xbox consoles or stream with the Xbox app or at xbox.com/play. Okay, so I thought they might be hiding some shit down there, but it's all
no tricky wording. No Santa Claus card.
All right, wait, hold on. Something on here. Excludes PC games that require third-party launchers or are played on battle.net. Excludes Call of Duty titles. Requires Game Pass Ultimate availability subject. Okay.
Yeah.
So Call of Duty titles are the
Ultimate.
Okay, there we go. Oh snap. Okay, so for Premium, See, it has that little star, new Xbox published games within a year of launch. That does not include Call of Duty.
Okay.
So you will not be getting, if you do the premium and say, I could just wait for the day ones, Call of Duty will never be in premium. Which
okay.
is huge.
Which is
right?
it's a major thing, right? It's a really it's a way to force the arm to go ahead and pay up for that ultimate for sure.
Agreed. All right. Let's continue reading on to get all the facts straight from Xbox Wire, and then we'll jump in. So Xbox Game Pass Ultimate just got its biggest upgrade yet. Ultimate has been upgraded for players who want the best of everything. We're rolling out our most expansive upgrade yet, including more day one games than ever before. Fortnite Crew and Ubisoft Plus classics for the first time ever. Enhanced Xbox Cloud game streaming quality up to 1440p. Rewards with Xbox and more. Now players can have it all. Ultimate subscribe. I mean, it does feel more ultimate now.
It does.
Ultimate subscribers now get access to over 75 day one releases a year. That includes some of the most anticipated upcoming games like Call of Duty Black Ops 7, High on Life 2, Keeper, Ninja Gaiden 4, and The Outer Worlds 2. These join a growing library of more than 400 games playable on Xbox consoles, Xbox on PC, and Xbox Cloud on supported devices, with more than 45 new games added today. Think of hits like Blueprints, Player Obscure Expedition 33, and Hollow Knight Silksong, plus exclusive benefits like access to EA Play. Okay, so all right. I was just looking at what they're saying here with that. Okay, so we're also welcoming major additions to the Ultimate experience. Starting November 18th, Fortnite Crew, a $12 a month value, will be $11.99 will be included in Ultimate with access to the Fortnite Battle Pass, 1,000 V-Bucks each month, and more. This is just the beginning of Xbox and Epic's work together.
Ooh. Oh, I'm pumped. That also means, can I just say real quick, I have to cut in here. That also means that they are probably going to have exclusive skins with Game Pass that you probably won't be able to just get. That would be super dope.
Well, maybe, I wouldn't say exclusive, but they can give it to us.
Right? I'm hyped.
No, but meaning like you can receive a skin instead of having to buy it.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, technically,
you will be getting.
But technically now,
you can also have
Fortnite
collaborations.
Crew, that's what's happening anyway.
Yes, you can also have collaborations that are strictly, if they're smart in a way to kind of lure people in, to have collaborations that are strictly with Game Pass. That would be a huge W.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll read that line again. This is just the beginning of Xbox and Epic's work together toward an open gaming ecosystem where friends can play and create together anywhere across devices. So they are, by the way, like they're really going into this open gaming ecosystem scenario. The fact that they're saying that Xbox and Epic are working together towards this is huge, because Epic is all about that life. And to be fair, I mean, Xbox and Epic kind of teamed up before to get, cross-play and cross progression on that shit. Remember,
they did, and
with PlayStation.
We've talked also about, that chart, right? The top chart. And it's like, okay, obviously they have their eyes on it. And if you are not going to scoop them up, the relationship building, it's where it comes in. So having these collaborations and kind of, this is a huge commitment. This is a way of having them without having them, right? Without putting a ring on it.
Facts. I mean, they're aligned in the way they're thinking, right?
Exactly.
So that's just a huge benefit. I mean, and I can tell you right now, like, I was so happy to see that, right? So Fortnite Crew, I know you guys are not huge Fortnite fans. I get it. It sucks.
But but this is also, and I saw Relski in the chat had brought that up. This is also a way to introduce Fortnite to people.
Yeah, like, why not try it out? You got Game Pass.
And try it out in a big way, right? It's incorporated in there, so you don't feel like you're spending the extra money. I also think that it's difficult sometimes for some people to dip in different areas. So to combine it like this, it just allows you to go ahead and explore. But who knows? I think that sometimes we don't try things that because they're not right in front of us, or are not align with what we're doing, but a lot of times when they put games in Game Pass or do something like this, you get curious and you end up hooked.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. I guess that's part of the big benefit for both, right? That's why they work
Exactly.
together.
It goes hand in hand.
All right. And today, Ubisoft Plus Classics, which is $16 a month, joins Ultimate, offering access to a curated selection of Ubisoft games playable on console, PC, and cloud, like Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, and more. Cloud gaming is also getting a major boost. Ultimate subscribers exclusively enjoy our best quality streaming and shortest wait times, so it's easier than ever to jump into your favorite games. Xbox Cloud Gaming has also officially exited beta as part of our commitment to make gameplay smoother and more responsive, and we'll keep expanding the stream your own game collection for all subscribers. Keep an eye on xbox.com/play for the latest list of cloud playable games. All right, and then Ultimate subscribers can now earn up to $100 per year, 100,000 points globally in the store just by playing games. With our upgraded rewards program, players can get up to 30% value on select Game Pass games with 4 times points on purchases of games and add-ons, 100% back in points on select Game Pass library titles and add-ons, and up to 20% off select Game Pass games. So hold on. So are we saying that so if you're an Ultimate subscriber and you're playing the games and all that fun stuff, you will be able to earn like free money, $100 per year
to go towards,
not just like normal. I don't think I understand. Like, as far as like, weren't we already able to stack
but
up?
it seems like there's like extra perks for the Ultimate, right?
I know the lower tiers are smaller amounts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, that's fine. Okay, and then there's another little picture here, and then all right, Xbox Game Pass Premium, more games, more flexibility. So this is the second tier. Premium has been upgraded to offer even more flexibility and value for those who want to play on their own terms at exceptional value. Premium provides access to a broader library of great games and extends the Xbox gaming experience across console, PC, and cloud. We're now giving premium subscribers more games than ever before, from gaming's biggest hits to hidden gems. Now with access to 200 plus games on Xbox console, PC, and supported devices, all still at $15. This library, with more than 40 new games available today, is also now playable on PC, including timeless hits like Minecraft, Forza Horizon 5, and Grand Theft Auto 5. Plus, premium subscribers get newly added fan favorites like Diablo 4 and Hogwarts Legacy starting today, and new Xbox published titles game within a year of their launch excludes Call of Duty titles. So I do love
that they're being forward with it, right?
They're being straight up, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think before it was kind of like wishy-washy, like you didn't really know how long it was going to take for a game to come in.
Exactly.
But now, if you could wait a year, you will have everything Xbox releases outside of Call of Duty.
Except, Call of Duty. They're being very straightforward with the situation.
Yeah, I agree. All right, cloud gaming is also expanding in premium. Subscribers now enjoy unlimited cloud gaming, including select games you own, and newly added in-game benefits in some of the biggest games like League of Legends, Call of Duty Warzone, and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege X, instantly unlocking cosmetics, characters, and more to enhance your gameplay. Some games you own, new etiquette. Okay, cool, man. That's pretty dope. Premium also brings new value through rewards with Xbox. Premium subscribers can also get up to $50 per year, 50K points globally in the store just by playing games, earning 2 times points on purchases of games and add-ons, plus 5% back in points on select Game Pass
cap, right? So over here, you can earn up to $50.
Yeah,
with premium.
Okay, I just don't know, like, before this,
yes,
like
I
never
exactly.
paid attention to it.
If anybody knows in the chat, let us know.
Yeah, I just haven't been paying attention, so I don't know how this differs from previous rewards. I just knew I was stacking them, but I wasn't paying attention. And then you have the lowest tier, Xbox Game Pass Essential. A great way to get started. Essential is for players who want the essence of everything Xbox with access to games across console, PC, and cloud. Essential makes it easy to jump in and start playing. Whether you're diving into solo adventures or teaming up with friends, our revamped Essential plan now includes unlimited cloud gaming, a huge cloud gaming push, by the way.
Yes.
Online multiplayer, in-game benefits, and rewards with Xbox, plus a curated catalog of 50 plus games playable on both console and PC. The Essential library is now fully playable on PC, featuring standout titles like Hades, City Skylines Remastered, Stardew Valley, and Warhammer 40,000 Dark Tide. You also get unlimited cloud gaming, allowing you to play games, including select games you own on the device you choose, giving you more freedom to play your way. Subscribers also get access to in-game benefits in some of the biggest games like League of Legends, Call of Duty Warzone, and Overwatch 2. And then with our rewards with Xbox program, Essential members can earn up to $25 per year, 25K points globally in the store just by playing. You also get points on purchases of games and add-ons. All right, and then getting started with the new Xbox Game Pass plans. As we continue to evolve Xbox Game Pass, we're focused on delivering more value, more benefits, and more great games across every plan. Whether you play on console, PC, cloud, or all three, there's a Game Pass option designed to fit your play style. With the latest upgrades, Ultimate is now priced at $29.99 a month, reflecting the expanded catalog, new partner benefits, and upgraded cloud gaming experience. Standard subscribers will be upgraded to premium, remaining at $14.99 a month, offering exceptional value for players who want flexibility and access to new Xbox published titles within a year of launch. Core subscribers will be upgraded to Essential, remaining at $9.99 a month, providing a curated library, online multiplayer, and cloud gaming for those who want to jump in and start playing. We regularly evaluate exchange rates and market conditions, so pricing may vary by region for the most up-to-date, blah, blah, blah. Great to learn. Great. More games join Xbox Game Pass today. And then there's a list of games. It looks like a bunch of they're counting all of the Ubisoft classics. That's what's joining.
Yes.
So all of the Ubisoft games are joining. And then, they're breaking it up too. Hold on. That's Ultimate. So Ultimate is getting all of these games, right?
You may want to slow it down for anyone who's trying to catch them in the chat.
Well, it's all the Ubisoft games. So it's just everything that comes in there. And then
it's broken up.
Premium available today, also in Ultimate. So all that stuff was only in Ultimate.
Is all just happening today.
Yeah.
Everything is taking place today. Shout out to Big Miz in the chat. Thank you for rocking out, fam. I'm happy to see that you're doing well.
What's going on, homie?
Thank you for being here.
Right.
He said he's wondering when this all takes place.
Today.
It starts today, Big Miz.
Yep. And then Premium available today are getting this list, but also these are going to Ultimate. And then Essential available today is getting just these 4.
Okay.
But these 4 will also be in the other 2 tiers. So if you want to look at the list, I mean, it's a list of games. There's a bunch. You can go check it out. So here's the rewards.
The rewards, yes. 4 times. Okay. Yes, shout out to Space Shot. He did bring up that and now when you buy in the Xbox store, you get 40 points per dollar instead of 20.
Oh, okay, right here.
Yes, and what they did is push up the point values for some tasks if you have Game Pass Ultimate.
So you can make more money faster.
Yes.
Okay. That works. All right. So that's the official story. Okay. From Xbox. And then before we again go in, I'm gonna get Christopher Dring over here because he put up some stats. So he says Xbox Game Pass Ultimate will cost 50% more as of today, $29.99 a month, but will now feature lots more games and services, including Ubisoft and Fortnite Crew. A few stats. Average Game Pass Ultimate player plays $550 worth of games a year. Now, obviously, Game Pass is now Ultimate is going to be $360 a year.
Yes.
So it's really geared towards like the premium players, right? And then you have Game Pass users spend most of their time playing catalog games, which again leads you to understand now why they bumped the bottom two tiers, because the bottom two tiers are obviously mostly catalog.
Yes.
Right. So if they're looking at the numbers and they're saying, listen, most of you guys are not, diving into the day one games, most of you guys are playing all the older games, so then if you're not that, elite gamer that needs to play the newest game every time, go down to one of the lower tiers.
Yeah.
Right. And then Xbox will add 75 day one games to Game Pass over the next year, a 50% increase over last year, which directly correlates to the 50% increase in price, right?
Yes.
So they're doubling your games. Well, not doubling, but they're giving you a 50% increase in the amount of games, right? So you're getting 50% increase in pricing.
You are getting a 50% increase. You're getting a 50% in games. You're also getting it in price. But I do have to say that's just a part of it, because just between Ubisoft Classics and Fortnite Crew, it's about $28 that you're saving, that they're adding to the service as well.
For sure. Like they're definitely giving more than enough. And look, I got to look at it both sides, right? Remember when we watched the Tokyo Game Show?
Yes.
Right. I made it my point to be annoyed, to let you guys know how annoyed I was that they didn't show any Game Pass games.
Absolutely.
Right. It was all the Play Anywhere games. Right. So, I mean, they're showing me the commitment. They want us to pay for it. Right. But they're showing the commitment. Listen, we were eating so good at $20 for, the 40 something games that we got day one in Game Pass last year. Now that's jumping to 75.
Yes.
For an extra 10, right? So, you're talking an extra 50% for an extra $10 a month. So it's an extra $120 a year. I mean, that's a pretty significant amount. But it's going to vary, right? It's going to vary depending on what those 75 day one games are.
Exactly.
Right. So it's going to be up to Xbox to deliver.
And by the way, this is also going to give Game Pass more fluidity, right? Where it's just going to stack a lot more and higher chances of there being games that, if you're selective and you just like certain type of games, that those games, there are going to be games that align with your taste. Again, a 50% increase, that's huge, right? And when you hear it going from $20 to $30, it's like, WTF, what happened here? But then when you start logically analyzing the situation, yes, does it feel good? No. But then when you analyze it, you're like, okay, logically, it makes a lot of sense, right? Not to mention the prices for other subscriptions that give you a lot less, right? So when you go ahead and look into that, and what you have to offer, and if you want to continue to grow, this was essentially inevitable. The thing is going to be that there were a lot of people crying about a $1 or $2 increase. So I can only imagine the tantrum that they are going to throw over this. But again, when you logically look into this, when you look at Ubisoft Classics and Fortnite Crew, you're talking $28 there right off the bat, right? So, I mean,
no, I know, but but then not everybody's going to use that, right?
Exactly.
So people are like, you're adding this stuff, which is cool, but I'm not going to use that, so it's still more money to me. So that's where the 75 day one games come in.
It is,
and it's always going to be about your budget, right?
And there are also other perks, right? You have a way of making money faster, up to $100, which kind of shaves off some of the costs if you go ahead and get that done. I wonder how when you we've never done it, but buying it from those keys, whatever it is. I
CD
forget the
keys?
store. Yes. I wonder how that's going to play out. That's obviously going to go up, but it's probably still a cheaper way.
I mean, it was
of
so
getting
ridiculously cheap. I mean, look, there's always going to be workarounds, right? And that's just the
Obviously.
way it is. But I think at the end of the day, you know, the question is always going to come down to your own individual pockets, right?
Absolutely.
And you have to know for yourself whether or not the dollars make sense. This is the thing, you know, whether you're subscribed to Game Pass or not doesn't matter, right? It's up to you personally. So I do want to go kind of deeper into this stuff because and kind of break down the idea of
If you
everything.
don't
But
mind,
let me get
yeah, there you go. If you could
Yeah.
go to the super
I
chat.
get the homie Cubini Gaming in the building. My dude.
Cubini!
Thank you, man. Appreciate you, homie. Thank you for that $2 super chat.
Thank you so
Says,
much.
please use the Verge article, more info, and PC Game Pass info. Oh, they didn't put the PC Game Pass info in that
They did
Xbox
not.
Wire post. Okay. Yeah,
We did see it earlier.
Yeah, we saw it in Windows Central article.
Thank you,
I could go
Cubini.
check it. Thank you, Cubini. Another $2 says PC Game Pass is $16.99, still day one games and 50 Ubi games. Yeah, but it's PC only. You can't use it anywhere else. But yeah, we'll definitely talk about that. We got the homie Big Boy Mike.
Yo, bro,
brother in the
good?
building. Thank you, my dude, for being here, man. Member for 22 months. God damn.
Thank you
bro.
so
Hey, yo,
much.
fam. Xbox on fire.
Hey, yo, yes. See,
Absolutely.
I know our boy, Big Boy Mike, is going to be all for it because we know about the Fortnite.
That's right. That's right. We in that Fortnite life.
We're getting it all together, bro.
Listen, that's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. And then we do have the homie Razor Ultron in the
Razor Ultron
building.
was
Thank you, my
good.
dude. Went ahead and gifted it on Point for Gamer
Thank
membership.
you so much.
Shout out to our boy.
Get it what you want,
Y'all know what to do.
baby.
Oh, motherfucker. Welcome to the family emoji in the chat.
Yes.
Welcome our newest member, man. We appreciate you, homie. Thank you for being here and rocking out with us. And then, of course, our boy Razor Ultron. Thank you, man. Go ahead and hit a little pop. And then you know what you got to do. Put it in the chat. Go ahead and let our boy know. Let him know. Let him know what you feel about him, all right?
Give
Just a
it
little,
to him.
Finger blasting. You know what I'm saying? On the
Listen,
emoji.
I would say
emoji.
Racer Ultron, he's like, you know what? It's early, but give it to me anyways.
Yeah,
I like
take a
that. I
moment.
like that
That's-
energy. Listen,
that
you gotta
works.
start
That
out
works.
right.
So okay. So let me see if hold on. Because all right, well, let me finish this here. According to Circana, US customers who have unsubscribed to either Game Pass, PlayStation Plus, or NSO, which is Nintendo Switch Online, said they did so because they were unable to justify the cost of the subscription within my budget, but liked the service, followed by the price was too high for what was available. Okay, and then let me see if I can quickly hop into the article about the PC Game Pass, because I know there's going to be some people who mess with the PC Game Pass as well.
I do. Listen, I have to say, I like the way that they went about how they went ahead and did it. No BS. Kind of here's the info. And this is what we're doing. But it just, I understand where some people are going to, if you don't have it to spend it, then you don't have it to spend it, right? If
Facts.
that doesn't make sense to you, or it can't make sense to you, then there's no ifs or buts about it, right? So it sucks. And if you're not going to go ahead and indulge in freaking Fortnite Crew or the Ubisoft classics, then it's like, why are you adding this, right, when I'm not looking for it? And it's kind of like it has to feel frustrating. However, I do think that this is their way to kind of have big growth fast, right? To go ahead and add a lot to Game Pass in very rapidly, and continue to grow, which I think that is the point for them. They're trying to just grow as in a big way. So this was a huge leap for them.
Well, they're trying to make, Game Pass ultimate. You know what I'm saying?
And it does. I
like
have to say, it
75 plus
feel,
games is wild.
It has that grand feeling for me when I hear everything that it's coming in, right? So I'm assuming you're getting the same vibe.
Agreed. Now there is a little. So you got PC Game Pass, right?
Yes.
So PC Game Pass is getting a bump as well. It's $12 now. It's $16.49. Okay. So this is the difference, right? You get the Ubisoft Plus Classics added compared to before. So everything else is the same. Windows PC only. You get the same 400 plus games, day one titles from Xbox, including Call of Duty. You get EA Play, get the member deals, get the in-game benefits, but now you get Ubisoft Plus for $16.49. So if you're a PC only person, then $16.49 is you're getting basically everything. Oh, but you don't get cloud. That's the thing.
Yep.
But I mean, you weren't getting cloud before, right? So I think that's the difference, right? That's the big difference. If you like playing on the cloud, then clearly, this is not going to be for you. But you're basically just going up in price for a PC Game Pass subscriber, and you're getting Ubisoft Classics. Okay. Now in this world where you got the Xbox Ally coming out, right? It's a handheld using the PC side of Xbox, right? If you said, you know what, I'm going to use this for a while, this is going to be my main, you could just subscribe to PC Game Pass and live that life. You know what I'm saying? And you get everything that you can possibly want from it on the cheap. So that's also a thing, man. They're making moves in the PC. So
PC Game Pass was pretty cheap. I also think that this comes with a, time for you to bump up and pay up more according, right?
Yeah.
Because I do obviously the other two tiers, which I don't know how you guys feel about the fact that it didn't go up anywhere else when it comes to prices, but they are getting perks. And only Ultimate, obviously we know why is getting that big bump, but the other two tiers are also getting benefits and the price is staying the same. I think potentially it's because some people are going to go ahead and move to a different tier from Ultimate. So they're trying to still keep it, where you feel like you're not paying Ultimate prices for less, even though you're still getting more on those two tiers. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Meaning if they opt anything to the Ultimate prices, right? Let's say the middle tier, I forget because they renamed them. But the middle tier, if they went ahead in premium, if they opted to $20, right, then you just feel cheated out of the Ultimate experience because you were getting Game Pass Ultimate for $20, right? So there are perks to the premium, just the price is not heading up. It could have went up a couple of bucks.
But see, I don't think they're. See, this is the thing, and this is why when I look at this, I'm kind of looking at it a little different because it's clear that since they didn't bump the price of the lower ones, right? We all knew PC was getting, they were taking advantage of the situation.
Exactly.
Right? They were
That's what I'm
getting too good of a deal. They should not have been.
Yes.
They don't have to pay for multiplayer and any of that crap.
It's time for you to not get
so
comfortable.
Them getting up is fine. That's fine. But Xbox not raising the price of the lower two tiers shows you that this is not a play of desperation because or that it doesn't work or that it's not sustainable like the ponies are going to try to frame it or some of these other people might try to frame it. It's clear that that Xbox has a desire for like a vision for what they want their subscription service to be. And because you can see the direct correlation between the 50% bump in pricing and the 50% projected output of new games, they're guaranteeing, they didn't write you may have. They're saying we guarantee you 75 plus day one games into Game Pass. That means what they're trying to do is they're trying to invest in getting these games, right?
Exactly.
And that not only helps us, right? Us, the actual the subscribers who are paying for that extra bump in price because we're getting so much more. But what it sounds like, and you heard, like they were doing the biggest investment they've ever done in Game Pass. Well, this is that offset, right? It's like, okay, listen, we're investing heavy. When they say they're investing heavy, they're saying they want these day one games, right? So if they want day one games, it's going to cost them more money. That's what they're investing in. On top of that, they're still giving you perks to ease the blow if you're such a player. Like, for instance, again, I know that it's just unique to us, and I talk like we're part of the small group, when in fact we're part of the vast majority of people who play Fortnite.
Love playing Fortnite. Fortnite is huge. This is why, and this is the problem. This is not the problem, but this is why they so comfortably went ahead and made this deal, because they know how many fans out there are playing Fortnite. It is a huge deal. How many people? This is going to be a huge deal for Fortnite, that people that haven't played it. And it's also going to be a huge deal for people who do go ahead and pay for both. Listen, we have 3 Ultimate Game Pass subscriptions, and you and I have Fortnite Crew. So we are going to be saving. And now Madman is going to get in his Game Pass Ultimate Fortnite. So we're just spending an extra couple of bucks. I would suggest go check out the perks that you're getting and see if they suit you. It's that simple. This is not something that you, and I admit, shout out to Amit in the chat, because he also said it. This is not something that it's going to stop you. If you need to move to premium, go ahead and move to premium.
So that was going to be,
if that's what suits you, then that's what you need to do and should do.
That was going to be my next point, is like, this is almost like the conversation that we were having about the handhelds.
Yes.
Right. You get so caught up in talking about the $1,000 handheld that you forget there's a $600 handheld, right?
Yes.
That they do have another entry point. And honestly, understand, PlayStation doesn't have an equivalent to Ultimate, right? So like, Game Pass is the only place where you can subscribe to a service that the platform holder is giving you their games day one.
Exactly.
Okay. Every other place, Nintendo, PlayStation, everywhere else, nobody's giving you their games day one in their subscription service, right? So like, let's also realize that it's clear why the bump is taking place. They're giving you 50% more.
Exactly.
They're giving you benefits. They're giving you, allowing you to earn up to $100. It costs $120 a year, the bump, right?
Yes.
The bump is $120 a year. You could earn 100 of that just by playing, right?
Exactly.
So nothing changes for you if you play.
It becomes $20. But I do have to say, it's all perspective, because, you know, if you brought up the $1,000 handheld, if it suits your lifestyle and you find necessity in having that, and you're like, okay, bet this works for me, then it makes sense and you can justify it, right? If, you know, if you can look at all of this, because shout out to Relski, he says, if you only see Fortnite, then you weren't paying attention, right? Because if you're bringing up Fortnite because it doesn't suit you, bring up the other things, right? How about the extra freaking games that you're getting? Does that make sense to you? Because
day
honestly,
one,
that's the big deal.
75. Think about that. That means it just broke it real quick. I'm sorry, baby, but
go ahead.
If you got 5 day one games a month, that's 60 games.
Exactly.
That's if you did 5, right? So you're getting more than 5 day one brand new games a month. Now, again.
So obviously, because I was in the middle of the thought.
Sorry.
But obviously, they have a lot of studios. These games are ramping up. They know exactly what the lineup is going to be, right? So instead of waiting to see when you feel like, oh, shoot, this is a must, they're kind of giving you some time to settle in. But between that, this also means that they're going to go out there and make more deals to bring games in. And who knows what they're planning to scoop up that they know is going to go ahead and go into Game Pass. I don't think that this comes irresponsibly. Obviously, they know exactly the roadmap that is going to make sense for this price bump.
So Ripsala, I'm very confused by what you wrote. He wrote $30 to play Fortnite when it was free before. Make it make sense.
No, it's not to play Fortnite. It's for Fortnite.
Fortnite's free, my friend.
The battle.
There's a monthly subscription that you can have for Fortnite that a lot of us have because it comes with the battle pass. So for $12 a month, you get the battle pass, you get 1,000 V-Bucks, you get a whole bunch of skins that are exclusive to
Shout out to King
the
David
Fortnite
who
crew.
put us on Fortnite crew.
Yeah, exactly. King David put us out on that. So that you're not paying $30 to play Fortnite. It's still free. But if you were someone who had a subscription to Fortnite crew like we do, that's going to go away and getting absorbed by our subscription. So it's just kind of moving money for us. So yeah,
yes. And
you're not,
obviously
it's still free.
the extra games and listen, we also know obviously that to begin with, it was a great deal. Game Pass Ultimate at $20. And when you start thinking of how much these games cost and the prices that these companies are trying to bring it to, right? So let's not forget what's out there, right? What they're trying to do when it comes to the games. But Nintendo has freaking $90 games or $80, I forget. But the point is these prices are going up. And when you think of buying a game a month, then this makes sense, right? Or a game every couple of months. It just, if you're looking to buy 1 or 2 games a year, then this still doesn't suit you. And it didn't suit you to begin with.
I mean, that's
the reality.
That's the reality as well. So I think, look, this is the thing, look, are we happy that prices have gone up?
Absolutely not.
Not on the face of it, right?
No, you don't. We will see.
I will tell you at the, within a year, whether I'm glad the prices went up, because I can tell you right now, like, understand, if it costs me $10 more a month to get over an extra 30 games day one into Game Pass, that could have been games that I would have wanted to buy, then, that's fine for me. And then I would look back and say, I am happy that they charged me more because they gave me so much more that I would have spent money on otherwise. That being said, though, I will acknowledge that right now, as it stands in this moment, it's all potential.
Yes.
We do not know what those 75 games are going to be.
We don't.
And I think at $20, when it was like 40 something games, it was more of a whatever comes, right? So if they're a Claire Expedition, great, awesome. If it's a, Willy Billy Wild Ride, it's like, okay, cool, sure, you're going to have the up and downs, right? Cool. But I will say that at this new price, okay, those games will be scrutinized now.
Absolutely.
Your next round of Game Pass games coming out, this first round after this announcement better be fucking bangers.
Absolutely. See, this is the thing. And obviously you're 100%. We won't know. This is something that we have to kind of wait and see. And some people are going to have to cancel their subscription until they see what's ramping up and if it makes sense for them. And that's fine. Obviously, if even if you stay, if it doesn't make sense going forward, then you know what to do for yourself, right? But I will say this, when Game Pass started, that was a bigger promise. And we've been having Game Pass from the beginning when they didn't really have much, and look at what it turned into. The difference, I think, with this time around is the fact that they do have the studios. We already know some of the stuff that will be showing up. We've already seen some of the deals that they've made to bring games day and day into Game Pass. So the relationships and the status of Game Pass has also changed. So if they want more money to invest, and they want to make sure that it's not just them coming out of pocket, right? We should be able to relatively soon see the product of that.
I mean, that's really going to be the reality of this, right? Because as much as they are giving these other perks and benefits to it, right? The promise really is, the thing that perks me up is seeing the 75 plus guaranteed day one.
There are many games that, you yourself, right? And we've talked about this before. we've been through it where it's like we have Game Pass and then we go ahead and buy a game at full price that is like exciting. Oh, shoot, look, this came out. But there's only just so much time, right? So you sit there and you're like, wait, hold on. I'm playing these games in Game Pass, so let me hold off. By the time you get to that game that you paid for full price, the game is already on freaking sale. So if these games are just hopping into Game Pass, it's a lot easier to just get into the game. You know what I mean? To just click on the game and play it because it's just all in there. So I think I think they're gonna make some deals that are going to make sense. Again, I'm going based on the fact of where they are right now. To go ahead and up it 50%, that's a huge deal. You have to show up. You have to show up. They're not stupid.
Yeah, I think that's and that's on Xbox, right?
That's on them.
That's on them to figure that out and to make sure to do it real quick. We got the homie Razor Ultron.
Razor Ultron.
I appreciate you. Says you are being very fair assessing these changes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You got the homie Raiden Blade back in the building. How you doing, my brother? With that £2 super chat. Says, hello, fam. What have we missed and what's happened?
What's going on?
Happened.
We've missed you, Raiden.
Miss you, play. Thank you for being here, man. Yeah, with the price increase is the thing that's happening, right? And again, look, I know the situation because it's money, right? It's money. And you know, if you were chilling at 20 and you were like, man, I'm already pushing it at 20, coming at 30 is it's a big deal.
Because listen, the last time again they did a couple bucks and that was something that created wave. But if it had gone up maybe more evenly where you're looking at, and that would still have ruffled some feathers if you're looking at 25 rather than 30 and the other ones went up a couple of bucks, I feel like it would have been a softer blow than just Ultimate going up 50%.
But this is what I
think when they rationalized it, I can only look, I can understand what some people may feel, but I can only look at it from my scope and what makes sense for me in that way. And for me, as of right now, assuming that they're going to go ahead and put games worth playing, which I mean, they've proven to be capable of doing that, then this makes sense to me personally. And I'm not saying that it needs to make sense to anybody else or to whoever it doesn't make sense to particularly.
Well, also making sense and being able to afford it are also not the same thing, right? Because you could think it makes sense and be like, but I can't afford it. And that's also fine.
Sometimes when you can't afford it, you make sense about it not making sense for other reasons.
Agreed. You can kind of project the fact that you can't afford it into you being upset that it happened.
Yeah.
And being blind by it.
Yeah.
So I think that the biggest thing for me is, I know you had said they could have like spread it out and gone 25 and then raised the other two, but I think the point is that I don't think this is a play for Microsoft to just make more money.
Yes.
I don't believe that, because if they wanted to, they would have done what you said, because they would have said, okay, well, now not $9.99 is $12.99, not $14.99 is $17.99. They didn't touch those. They only added to them, right? They only added value there. I think it's clear as day, bro. Like, and this is why, it's really going to come up to your perceived value of this as a gamer and as a subscriber. And it's the fact that they went up to invest heavier, right? They want to invest heavier. Now, again, we will see what that equals, right? We will see what that equals, because again, it's just an idea. It's a promise. We don't know. If they would have done this and said, hey, we're doing this big jump in price, but we're giving you 75, plus day one Game Pass games. Let us tell you a few that are, or announce a few that are coming, and then announce a few, like, to give us an idea of what that's gonna look like. Yes. Right. So that's the case.
I want to go to a couple of comments in the chat. Sickle Shells What's up, man? Thank you for rocking out. Says again, timing is everything. I would kind of disagree with that. We have Call of Duty coming. That's a huge deal. I also think that if they had done it while the day before, right? Let's say they're dropping two big games that people are looking forward to, they may feel a little cheated, right?
Well, it's
I feel
also
like
there's also 3 games dropping in October.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it's a dry situation necessarily, but there's still enough time, right? Because he's saying that it's not a time where there are a lot of games coming into Game Pass or to justify the money. I think I have to disagree with that. Again, Call of Duty alone, it's a big deal.
Yeah,
When you're thinking of paying full price for the game versus paying $30 for Game Pass for the whole month, done. That's an easy one.
well, but just for that month, right?
Yes.
And then it just depends on what you're going to
But
do
what
after
I'm
that.
saying is that they're going to have to, and that's up to them. Like, they already justify October for a lot of people. It's up to them to keep people hooked. You know what I mean?
October and November are already spoken for, right?
Exactly.
So it just depends on December. Would they have nothing for December?
I was hoping, and now they better bring out a freaking banger in December.
Something.
Yes.
Something. I mean, obviously
big.
they're not in charge of when games release, but they have to do something in December to justify. But you got the homie Raiden Blade in the building. Thank you, sir, with that £5 super chat. I appreciate you, homie. Says Game Pass scares the F out of me. I love it, and I don't get to play enough of it. What was the latest income from Game Pass, and what's the new price? I don't know what the income was. I know that they're profitable. They came out and said that everything's going great. But the new price for Ultimate is 30 versus 20. But everything else, and PC went up, but we always knew they were freeloading. So they went up from 12 to 16.49. But everything else stood the same. And this is why I got to tell you, man, like over here, what's his name? Roland X. Right? He said, didn't they say Game Pass is very profitable from just yesterday? And yet the richest company in the world wants to squeeze us for a few more bucks. Good stuff. So Roland, this is what I'm saying.
Roland,
if that was the case, I feel like they would have raised the price for the 2 other lower tiers.
I have to disagree 100%. I think just, again, if you're looking for what it's coming in right away, the games in October, obviously, go buy those games and see how much that's going to cost instead. I think the Fortnite crew, if that relationship,
that's if you play,
but
Fortnite,
even if
right?
you don't, it is something that it's being provided, right? So again, I did bring up the other games. Think about buying those games and how much that's going to cost. Fortnite crew alone, if you go, that relationship is a huge deal for them to go ahead and build. In Ubisoft, that's another thing that if people are spending the money somewhere else, it's added on into this. I think it's easier to freak out about the price and not think of what you're necessarily getting and what's in front of you. I think once you start deep in it, like diving in and seeing what you're getting for it, it's just, I don't see it not making sense.
So, and I agree with that 100%, right? But again, it's about, like, you can add a billion things to it. If you can't afford more, then it doesn't matter, right? So the point that I'm trying to point out here with the fact that she says that the richest company in the world is trying to squeeze us for a few more bucks, I don't see that, because if they were trying to do that, they would have increased the price of the bottom 2 tiers, right? That's where I would say, okay, look, they're going up, they're trying to get more, right? Here they're washing it with the bottom 2. They're giving you way more for same amount of money.
If they
so the bottom 2 are getting the identical.
Listen, I brought it up before, and I have to agree with you, because if they wanted to, they could have went up for premium to $20, and that be the new price, and that was what you were paying for Ultimate, and now you're paying freaking that for the premium. They could have balanced it out and went 5 up on each, right? And then it's like, okay, well, now for the money, look at what I'm getting. If you're not in premium, you're still going down $5 I'm sorry, if you're not in Ultimate, you're still going down $5 to justify not having the Ultimate you used to have.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing, right? Like, at the end of the day, it's the the options are always there for you. If you're not gonna mess with you could just go back and forth if you're that type of person, right? You could be like, all right, new games dropping this month that I really want. Let me get Ultimate. Okay, I don't want Ultimate. I just want to get the catalog. Drop down to Premium for months on end until a month requires your ultimate need. You know what I'm saying? Like that it hits what you want to go and get that. I mean, that's all going to be up to you. You could choose what you want to choose.
Because listen, people were trying to cheat the system prior, and that's also the reason why some of us that were just paying for it flat out got affected to begin with when they upped the prices and they made certain rules, because people were hopping in and paying $1 and then getting out like the test out, right? And then come in again for that $1, and it became a freaking rotation. So while people were paying full price, some people were just getting away with paying $1. And now, you know, there's also that option. Get out of it until the games rank up and see how much you can do in a month.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah, it's look, again, they're not penalizing anybody, right? They're giving you all the options available. And at the end of the day, like I said, taking it for face value, which is all we could take it for now because we don't have the results in front of us, right?
Yes.
So taking it for face value, if they're giving me 50% more games day one in a Game Pass for a 50% increase in the cost from 20 to 30 versus 40 games to 7. Remember, you know, that 50% is scales, right? 50% of $1 is 50 cents. 50% of $100 is $50, right?
Exactly.
The scale is different, right? So for a minimal 50% increase from 20 to 10, I'm sorry, from 20 to 30, which is a $10 increase, I'm getting from 40 games to 75 games. I mean, if the games are worth it, are games that I would want to have purchased, then it's great. If they're not, that's when it's your turn to now start saying, okay, maybe I'm not just on automatic, you know, renewal, and maybe I play this month by month and see what's there. Are the day ones worth it to me?
Selective. But listen, there are people also that have paid ahead of time and gotten the cheaper price and are paid up for years, right?
That's true too.
This will not affect you.
They're not screwing
just getting more.
They're not saying, hey, we got to transition your amount to a different amount now.
Exactly. We're knocking off some months or years because the price went up.
Yeah, that's also a great point.
Absolutely.
Because technically they could, but they didn't.
They could say, these are the new prices. We didn't tell you to buy ahead. So, you know, I think that if they were to do that, people will have a lot to say. The fact that they're not doing that, it's something to highlight and bring light to. I have to go to Jay. What's up, Jay? Thank you for rocking out. Thank you for being here with us. Jay says, the thing is, people don't appreciate what's given to them, but complain when things are taken away. 100%. Shout out to Jay, 100%. Dropping bars today.
100%.
It's true. Listen, we've all known and we've all talked about what a great deal Game Pass is, and it still is.
I mean, it still is. That's the shit that's crazy.
That's the thing.
No matter how you cut it.
It doesn't. No
matter how you cut it, bro.
And I will tell you right now, you don't go into a gaming subscription and wanting to go ahead and get as big as freaking Netflix is, right? And rely on and have that variety in there unless you're willing to go ahead and keep on going and keep on pushing. I will tell you right now, this went up to $30. Once this gets comfortable and all those games start kicking in and they're ready to say, let's do another wave. Let's make this bigger. Let's make it more grand. Let's make it more ultimate. They're going to bring in more stuff and the price will go up too. Netflix goes up all the time. Some people unsubscribe and that's what you have to do. But it doesn't stop them from moving forward. And I saw G Maybe right here. Shout out to G Maybe, the OG. Thank you for rocking out. He says they're going to make less money with this move? They're
You know-
making more money per customer. Some people are probably
Well-
going to go ahead and go to a premium or something like
Yeah,
that.
so you're gonna have ultimate. You're gonna have ultimate people. The other two tiers are gonna stay the same. So when they look at how many players they have and at what tiers they are, they know that those bottom two tiers are staying the same. So they're only getting more, which is gonna lock them in more, right? Because they're getting more value for their dollar. And then the idea for ultimate is simple. You know, theoretically they might make less money unless people are coming off of ultimate and just buying the games full price, because they might make less Game Pass money but make more full price money if they're
Exactly.
buying Outer
That's
Worlds,
all.
Ninja Gaiden, and Keeper,
I think
because they don't want to pay 30 for the month.
That's a massive point that you've made. If you don't want to pay 30 for the month and you're comfortable going ahead and buying these games, they don't have a problem with you spending the money on the games. They make more money off of you buying, the games yourself. Like, this is, yes, they will want you to go ahead and pay up every month, but they're not mad at the fact that people are going ahead. This is what they do on PlayStation. Go buy the games full price.
Yeah.
There are those games out there that you just cannot resist or pass up.
Or
So now
or you
we're
can
looking-
resist and pass up. Then you don't, obviously that tier for you, then if you're saying to yourself, you know what, I don't need to buy Outer Worlds day one, then go to the $15 plan. You're gonna get Outer Worlds 2 within a year. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Now,
the point is they have an option for everything. No matter what conversation you have, if you're an Xbox owner, right, and you have an Xbox, whatever conversation you have with yourself, it'll make sense. So if you're saying to yourself, I can't justify $30 a month, it just is what it is, no problem. Don't subscribe to that, right? I'm going to buy my own games. Great, buy them. If you spend less than $360 in the year, then you saved
You're
money,
Mhm.
and that's it. If you spent more than $360 in a year on
You
those
could have
games,
had a lot more games.
then you could have had Game Pass, right? Or
Now,
you might just be like, listen, I like the catalog. I don't need day one. You
Too,
got the
that too.
$15, bro.
but
You
let
got
me ask you
$15.
this. And listen, I may be off, but think about this also. There are people that don't have Game Pass that may have Fortnite Crew, right? And they pay $12 a month. Right now, this is going to be promoted. If you have Fortnite crew, you go ahead and you say, hold up, now with even more games, I'm essentially getting Game Pass for $18 instead of a Game Pass Ultimate for $18 instead of 20, and I'm getting a lot more than what they were offering before. You may have new people coming in just from that alone.
Yeah, I mean, you're saving $2 if you have Fortnite.
As much
It's just what it is.
As much as it is potentially ruffling some feathers, it's also potential for a lot of new eyes on Game Pass and new doors opening.
And again, I mean, as much as this sucks, because I know that you still have to give up something that you were getting, right? So if you go to $15, you're dropping day ones, right? Which, understandable, right? That sucks for the person who had a $20 plan and now has to go to $15 because they miss out. I get it 100%, but I would have to argue that for me personally, even if I didn't have Fortnite Crew,
Mhm.
the prospect of getting access to an additional 30 plus games day one drops in Game Pass. I mean, I can't, for me, that $10 is a no-brainer, right? Like,
And
just to have it,
yes.
depending on what that equals, right?
And let's make this clear, by the way. And shout out to Mac 22TH54 in the building, who says 100% Doodle. I'm good
Click
till
it.
2027. I can't find it here. I'm looking at it from another screen where I can't click. Hold
Gotcha.
on. Let me see if I can get
Yeah, I mean, some people are just
set.
set, right? And they can see the moves that are being made, right? And if they are looking at it and they're like, yo, they've been releasing crazy games, I'm gonna stay subscribed. Great. Like, this is the onus is on Xbox to make you feel like you're getting your money's worth. If they
That's
don't
the thing.
deliver, that is on them, and then that's your choice to say it's not for me. So they can contractually
Here we
like
go.
finish up the idea of 75 plus games. Yes, we ticked it. We gave you 75 plus games. Great. But were they fucking Barbie's Next Adventure? Or were they another Claire Expedition 33, right? Like, what is the
Exactly.
caliber of these games? That we don't know. That we can only kind of look at as we go along, right? Again, for the people who already paid up, you're gonna have a bird's eye view. You can watch it without stressing about it. For the people on a month to month, you're going to have to look and you're going to have to decide whether that number makes sense to you. For us, we do have Fortnite Crew. So for us, nothing. Actually, we get a $2 discount.
I'm going to clarify because, first of all, Mac, thank you for rocking out, love. Over here, this is where misinformation starts pouring out, or people just grab what they want from what they hear and run with it, right?
Yeah, it's 75 games guaranteed
really
a year.
Listen to this, because this is ridiculous. We've been talking about it for a while now. Microsoft really increased Ultimate for effing Fortnite, right? Obviously, we've been talking about this and we've said all the perks that are coming in for Game Pass Ultimate. Some people are going to grab onto that, right? And be like, this is why they're increasing it. If you cannot do your research and know exactly what you're talking about, you probably should not be putting things out there.
Be careful for misinformation out there.
This is going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is going to be ridiculous. And the ponies are going to really gravitate towards that, because that's what when these bots, I call them bots. When these bots run out crying, on Twitter and everywhere else, this is exactly what the gallopers are going to grab onto to run around and poke fun of the freaking situation, because you guys can't have any self-control. Obviously, we're not talking about just Fortnite. We're talking about the people that are already investing in that are going to save. Again, they're making deals. They have how many more games coming in? They also have Ubisoft Classics. It's not just that. More money to make. If you make that $100, it's only an extra $20 a year. Come on, man. Let's not play stupid.
All right. And I think called Weeb or called Web also confused. We're not suggesting that you have. He says if you go from $12 a month Fortnite Crew and go buy Ultimate, you're not saving anything. You're paying an extra $18 for another service.
I'm assuming that you want to go ahead and you're saying, oh, shoot, $18, I'm getting the extra perks, right? I'm talking about Ubisoft.
No, I think that's somebody who, I think she's referring to somebody who already has Ultimate.
Yes, but also
if you already have Ultimate.
If you do not know about Game Pass and you say, wait, hold on, they're making this deal and these are all the freaking perks that I get in Game Pass and they have all these games.
Oh, for another $18 more.
I'm talking about people that may not be in there yet. Yes, they're spending another $18, but let's not play stupid about the value that Game Pass offers. At $20, at $30, it's still a huge deal in gaming. These games are expensive. And they're not saying you're only getting this or you're getting games. You're getting fed. So, yes, I am talking about, people spending an extra $18 for what?
Yeah.
I don't need to spell it out to you guys.
Let me get the homie Lord Roughness in the building with that £2 super chat. I appreciate you, my brother. It says, and we can take from this, no family tier ever. Yeah.
Shout out to
I knew that
Lord
shit wasn't going to happen.
Thank you for bringing that up.
I knew that shit was not going to happen.
Yes.
Once they tested it in the smaller markets and they saw the drastic decrease in subscriptions. No. There's no number that would make sense for a family plan unless you're charging like 3 times for 4 people or more. You know what I'm saying? Like that makes no sense. But yeah, you're right.
At this point, we're looking at a family plan of like $100 a month or something like that, because you figure I'm getting minimal of like, 3 and change for Game Pass Ultimate.
You got the homie Raiden Blade with that £2 super chat says everything goes up. £30 versus full price game, I win.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, if you're buying a game a month, you win, right? For sure. Like, obviously, if it's a game that's on Game Pass, right? But this is like, again, it all has to make sense
to you
and your budget and your dollars.
And I can understand where it may not make sense when you don't say something like, just for Fortnite, I'm paying an extra $10. That's, to me, sounds ridiculous, because obviously we know it's not just for Fortnite.
Well, if
So
they're confused and they don't know what they're
so-
getting for it, that's one thing. But
exactly.
now,
But-
we have a lot of stuff that's coming. The biggest thing is the games.
yes,
Forget Fortnite, forget the other stuff. Fortnite for us is just, we pay for Fortnite crew already. So it's included. So for us, we're not going up. We're saving $2. But aside from that, the most important, the whole purpose
mhm,
of Game Pass is the day one game. Well, that's not the purpose. It's the games you get. But for us, what we get excited for are day one games, right? Games
Exactly.
that we could have bought, but are that are brand new, but we're not buying because it's in our subscription. That is the enticement. That's what's exciting. The idea that we're going from 40-ish games to 75 plus games day one in Game Pass a year. That's the dream.
that's the thing.
That's the dream.
That's the thing.
What are
And
those
then-
games is a question.
So let me tell you, when I hear that, and then I'm like, and also they're adding an extra $28 worth of stuff that just makes sense. That's the thing. And I
But that's if
also
you're
want to
into it, right?
say, you found out first and you brought it to me, and you didn't give me the whole information. You just said Game Pass Game Pass Ultimate went from $20 to $30. And I was like, what in the crack-a-fuck did you just say? Right? Because I didn't have all the information. So when you hear that, the initial reaction is like, what in the heck just took place? And then he told me exactly what was going into it. And okay, if it makes sense to me, it makes sense to me for
Yeah.
my pocket and for what I need. So
Agreed.
again, I'm not speaking for everyone.
So we do have the homie Right You Are Gaming, my dude, with that $5 which I appreciate.
What's up,
you, my brother,
fam?
says whiners are going to whine and still subscribe. What games are coming out in 2026?
He ain't lying.
Facts.
He ain't lying. Let me put my crying out there, but I'm not leaving, because it makes sense when you start breaking down what you're paying for one game alone. Come on, man.
Well, that's the thing that, see, for me, I find that like disingenuous. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
the thing, because you do have to sit there, and this is why. And shout out to Racer Ultron for bringing up how we're meticulously going over this situation, because it's not as simple as we're paying an extra 50%. Obviously, the question is, well, why are we paying that money, and does it make sense?
Yeah, you have to look at what it is that you're getting. And for me, like, I'm not gonna sit here, like, how crazy would it be for me to sit here, bitch and moan and go, oh my god, this is crap, whatever. I mean, I'm not gonna not subscribe, but it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, you have to make sense. It still has to make sense
behind closed doors, but I'm gonna bitch and whine.
Then I feel like that's a performance. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's not what I'm here to do.
If you're going to stay in Game Pass, and this makes sense to you, and you still rather spend $30 a month than to go out there and buy your games at full price, then let me tell you something. If you're out here crying, that's bullshit. Because yes, nobody wants to pay more, but if you're still going to pay more, you can say, I wish they didn't raise the price, but I'm still staying there because it's the best deal in gaming. I can respect that. You wish that didn't happen. But you can't sit there crying and screaming and saying, fuck you, Xbox and Game Pass, when you're still going to be a part of the freaking ecosystem, and you're still going to subscribe to Game Pass, and you're still going to be doing all this shit. That's some fake news.
I mean, it kind of is, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. It's wild. But look, I know the majority of people are going to be upset that the price has gone up. So the majority of people would be happy if we were hollering and hooting and just ripping Xbox and talking all this shit about them. And it's like, you know, there's a market for that, I guess. But at the end of the day, like,
but then it's not the truth.
The reality
so if
of what
I'm
it is,
sitting
right?
here BSing to stroke whatever the heck it is that some people need to hear, then I'm not being genuine to me, and I can't be out here and be fake, because that's just bullshit. Shout out to Relski, who says nothing is being taken away and things are being added.
Fact.
I love
I mean, that's
the
the
way
thing.
that he feels a need, and that's
Two tiers
exactly
are
what
unchanged, just extra.
Yes.
And then the one that's being changed has a guarantee. These motherfuckers put in writing, guarantee 75 plus games.
This is
Day
wild,
one.
but this is the
I mean-
breakdown, Relski, that is just kind of like, okay, we see from a mile away, but has to be spelled out.
Yeah.
It's like pony math when you're trying to explain an equation to these gallopers.
Yeah. Let me get the homie Raiden Blade in the building with
what's
that
up,
£2,
baby?
which I appreciate you, homie. Says Game Pass increase will force me to play more.
Exactly.
Well, you gotta get more bang for your buck now. That's right. Well, I mean, that's the beauty of
I'm gonna show up today.
facts. So that's it. Be like, well, let's start getting these Game Pass games knocked out. Got the homie Bounty in the
Bounty,
building.
what's
Thank you, my
up,
brother, with
love?
that $5 super chat. Appreciate
Thank
you,
you for
fam.
being
Says,
here.
I just bought 5 of the 3 months for $60 at Best Buy.
Woo.
So I will stack up a year for y'all. You'll never know. You never know what's gonna happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you have cheaper ways of doing it, first of all, when it was cheaper, we were still saying the same thing. You know, Hargeet was over here telling you about these other places that you can go and try to find these deals. Listen, game as cheaply as you can. You know what I'm saying? That's why Game Pass is amazing, because it's the de facto way to game as cheaply as possible, right? So yes, if you can, hell yeah, go fucking stack up, get it in. At the end of the day, you know, Microsoft is a gigantic company, right? So
listen,
they're doing their thing, but
I have to agree with him. You never know what's going to happen. And that's just a reality. It is a business. They have a goal. They know where they need to go. At least we can justify the money that we're spending, right? And it makes sense to some of us. But sometimes, like PlayStation Plus, it doesn't even make sense, and you end up signing up to something like that. So I'm sorry, but makes sense to me. And whoever's mad about it, go be mad.
you got the homie Raiden Blade in the building. Shout out to you for being a member for 19 months, man.
Thank
my
you
brother.
so much.
Got Lord Roughness with another $5 super chat.
What's up,
Appreciate you, my
baby?
brother. Says, so C and Doodle, put yourself in my shoes. I have auto, ultimate, and only run my ROG Ally X. What tier is best for me?
Ooh.
Well, I think this is the thing. If you truly are only running ROG Ally X and you're only playing on your handheld, no cloud, if you're not messing with any cloud, then clearly PC, the PC tier is for you. 1649, you're getting every game day one, including Call of Duty. You're getting every benefit. You get the EA Play, you're getting the ultimate, the Ubisoft Classic. You're getting everything. It's right here on the screen. So if you look at what you're getting for 1649, you're literally getting everything except for cloud. That's your biggest, problem. And obviously you can't do it anywhere else other than PC.
Yes. And listen, I love that he brought this up. Shout out to Lord Roughness. It's kind of a time when something like this takes place. You pull back and you kind of see what makes sense and where you may be wasting money, right?
Yep.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, because if you're not streaming anything, then and you're only rocking the Ally, you're not playing on a console. Like if you're not playing on the Xbox console, then you're Gucci, bro.
Absolutely.
Like there's no stress. You know what I'm saying? Like you're literally get the PC Game Pass. It'll give you everything that you need, and you're not spending anything in excess. But if, like myself, you are a cloud gamer a lot as well, then that's where the ultimate will come in for me. Technically, to be fair, everything comes in, but every tier now of the Xbox Game Pass has cloud, but number one, I still want my day ones, and number two, I want the premium cloud that has the 1440p and the better bit rate. So but if you're not messing with cloud, Lord Roughness, then PC Game Pass is the way. We do have the homie Raiden Blade in building with that $2 chat. Says, my point forward, how many games can I play per month?
I love this. My people, you guys, this is what I'm talking about. Look at this new perspective. Wait, which one makes more sense to me? How many games am I going to go ahead and bang out, right? Because the price is going up. I'm going to get the most for my buck, right? So it's like, I love this freaking perspective. Yes, how many games can I play a month? Let me go ahead and squeeze these lemons and make some lemonade.
It's the truth, man.
That's simple.
It's the truth. It has to make sense.
It
has
does.
to make sense. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. I think at the end of the day, when you go back and you look at this a year from now, right? And again, I'm not saying stay subscribed a year from now. You could turn it off for whatever you want, but the biggest thing is going to be 75 games a year. So the clock starts now. From now, 75 games. Well, I don't know if they're counting a calendar. Are they counting it? Are they basically saying starting in 2026, like from January to December, or are they counting from today to October 1st, 2026? 75 games. The point is, what are those 75 games going to be? Okay, that is going to be the question. If you're looking at it and you're saying to yourself, when you add it all up and you say to yourself, I would have genuinely purchased these games over the course of the year. I would have, if they wasn't in Game Pass, I would have bought these games. If that equals over $360, then fam, I don't know what else to say.
I mean, vaya con Dios.
Yeah, I mean, then it just makes sense. Okay. So Mr. Kima says today starts quarter 20 starts the next quarter for Microsoft. So then that's probably why. I will say this though, if you like, for us personally, for me,
Mr. Kima, what's up, baby?
Xbox by themselves, Xbox first party alone justifies it for me just because of how many games they've released. You know how many games did they release this year? 12?
Yes.
12 games? Like,
that's what's crazy. And we have a lot more coming. So I mean, it just, if you are saying out of those 12 games, I'm playing one, then buy your games, right? If you want to, or just get into Game Pass. That's up to you. It's your money. Do whatever the heck you want. But if you're just playing one or two of those games, buy your games.
So the one thing I will say, Shane, I see Shane here. He says, I mean, it's not acting as a promise. It is. So I do want to go back to it because I want to make sure, because the one thing is, if you're gonna do it, don't say some shit that's not true. And I think if I'm not mistaken, let me see. Hold on. Or maybe it's not. Maybe I read Jez. Maybe it was Jez's article that said that. Let me see. I'm trying to find where it says 75 games a year. Okay. So that was okay. Scratch that. You're gonna have to pay attention to look, because Jez's article is the one that said guaranteed 75.
We can't see what you're seeing, FYI.
Yeah, that's okay. Because I'm just scrolling to see. I don't want to
because you're gonna see the other.
I want to see if there's the verbiage here. But yes, so they don't say that. Okay, so you're right, Shane. It was Windows Central that said
guaranteed.
That said guaranteed, and I think that's the part that was a little confusing. Okay, so then you're right. Yes, it is a goal, I would imagine, but I think at a certain point, it's going to be the case where you have to kind of let us know. Oh, no, they are. This is, I'm sorry. No, it is there. Look, a guaranteed. This is Xbox. Oh, no, it's not. You see? God damn it. This is Windows Central. I am on Windows Central right now. This is what you can see on your screen. This is Windows Central.
What I'm saying.
So it was him.
Careful.
It was him who wrote that. A guarantee of 75 plus one. So is this a
setup so that if they don't hit the 75
that might be
then they can kick and scream on Twitter?
Wild. That's wild.
That's wild.
Okay, that's a good catch, Shane. Good catch,
Shane.
This is Jez.
That's wild.
Jez should probably not say guaranteed in this article.
Not if they didn't say
it. They didn't say
100%.
They said 75. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't be looked at like, yo, you told us 75, you only gave us this much, but they didn't say guarantee. They said 75. This is, Windows Central says a guarantee. So there is a difference. There is a difference there. But hold on. Yeah, that's, I don't know. Let me get the homie. Where am I? All right, you got the homie Mac22TH54 in the building. Thank you, my brother, for being here, man. Thank you for that $5 super chat. Says CMoney, Doodle. The one thing I don't understand is people act like Microsoft has a gun to their head and they have to buy this. Hashtag shaking my head. No, listen, I definitely get that, right? Obviously, they're giving you options.
Yeah.
I do. Listen, I'm going to say that I can sympathize with the people who were paying 20 and they were getting everything, right? The problem is that Ultimate is what it sounds like. Ultimate. You remember there was like some verbiage in the past, in the years, people were saying that maybe they should create like an even higher tier that has this X, Y, and Z. And it's like
it's Ultimate. What else?
Like
where
Ultimate
else
is the highest to go. So I think that's the biggest. I think that's the problem, is that if you have an Ultimate tier, that has to be your highest tier. And I just feel like their ambition is huge with Game Pass. I think they want to invest so much more, so they have to justify it. And it just kind of is what it is,
But
again.
I
it has to
agree
make sense.
Mac, 100%. No one is forcing anyone
No
to
one.
do
It's all
anything.
options,
We're talking
man.
about a
Options.
company that obviously, you can play. They have PC Game Pass. They freaking have them as an app on TV, on a TV, right? The newer TVs. You can have Game Pass on a Fire Stick. Like, the whole point is go and play.
And the reality is this: the vast majority of games that exists on the service, even though it's not all of them, to be clear, it's not all of them. Ultimate gets 400 plus games. Premium gets 200 plus games. You still got 200 plus games on Premium, right? So you're still getting that. Plus, you're still getting day ones within a year. So for $15, you're getting cloud. You're getting all this stuff. If you can't cut it and it doesn't matter that much to you, then go to the 15. If you're somebody who's saying that, no, I must have the day one games, there's going to be more of them, but it's going to cost you a little more. That's the deal here.
Yes.
Right. That's just what it is. But you're right, Mac. Nobody's putting a gun to anybody's head.
Nope.
It's like, bro, just it's an option. And it's, again, would we like everything to be as cheap as possible? I wish it was all $10 still. Right. That would be great. Let's go back to 10, right? 15, whatever. That's it. Let's do that. But it just is what it is. Times change. And like, I'm not one who's not willing to spend money on something if I see the value of it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean,
if you're not willing to spend money on something that you don't see the value in.
Exactly. Yes. I mean, look, we have this whole conversation, right? It's funny. You know what's real crazy? It's funny because people are crying about the $10 increase, but then they also cry that we're not out there buying every game that releases every month.
No, because that's the narrative.
So it's like, hold on, I'm supposed to spend that money, but I can't spend the $10 more.
Wait, hold on. It's welfare pass, but also, boo-hoo on you because now it's $30. Pick a freaking lane. You already knew that this was a freaking deal and a half. And listen, the circus has entered the building. Here you go, a crying either galloper or Nintendo person. To all of you are the reason we have $80 games. Sorry that you can't figure out how to get into Game Pass and you boohoo crying about it.
Reason we're not buying the $80 games.
Nintendo doesn't have a subscription service where you can go ahead and have their freaking games in there that are brand new, or PlayStation, they can't do what Xbox is doing with freaking Game Pass. Go cry somewhere else. The subscription is there. If we want to jump in there and have it, then we do. If we don't, we buy our games, or we can do both, baby. That's what we have. We have choices. But you're crying and you're whining. Go redirect that shit to where it belongs.
Yeah. It just kind of is what it is. We got the homie Big Boy Mike in the building with that $5. Appreciate you, fam. Says, for me, first party day one, EA Play, Ubisoft Classics, and Fortnite Crew for $30 equal W. I'm good.
Exactly.
I mean, fam, I mean, that's the thing, right? But this is the this is always the discussion, right? Pricing is always going to be a divisive thing where people are going back and forth. But the question is, are you having that conversation because you are part of this ecosystem and you're generally affected, or are you a person who's trying to come in and just talk shit for the sake of talking shit, right? And to try to get a one up somewhere else over on Xbox as if it is what it is. Fam, I'm easily satisfied with what we have going on. With
I mean,
what
honestly,
Xbox is doing with Game
it's
Pass,
really,
just is what it is.
I'm gonna make us. How can you not though? Like realistically, how can you not? Obviously, no one wants to pay more. No one wants to pay more for milk or eggs. No one wants to pay more for Netflix. No one wants to pay more for shoes or gas, or mortgage, the taxes, everything. But you can't. Like it is what it is.
Yeah.
At least with this, you have a choice.
Now look, this is the thing, right? Like to be clear, there are a lot of games that are released, and there are a lot of games that are released that are not on Game Pass, right? So Server Slot makes a great point, right? He says,
Yo.
I've been playing Chronos, Silent Hill F, Slitterhead, and waiting for RE9. Game Pass used to be a bonus for me. Now I have to consider it. All those games he mentioned are not in Game Pass, right? So again, it's all about your lifestyle. If Game Pass is a bonus for you, then maybe you go to that $15 tier.
Yep.
Right. If you're not, stressed or rushing to get this, because, right, you mentioned Chrono, Silent Hill F, Slitterhead, and you're waiting for Resident Evil 9. Cool. Great. Let me ask you a question. Is Call of Duty one of those games that you're going to be buying? Is Outer Worlds 2 one of those games you're going to be buying? Is Ninja Gaiden 4 one of those games you're going to be buying? Is Keeper one of those games you're going to be buying? And I'm just talking about Xbox first party at this point. If you're saying no to those games, that they're not on your list of must have, and you truly have Game Pass just a bonus, then $15 is going to get you 200 plus games, right? And within a year, you'll still get access to those Xbox games. If they weren't day one, 100%, I have to play it.
Yeah.
So again, that's where the option comes in. And let's be real. Let's not let's not act like Microsoft doesn't know what this means. You know what I'm saying? You don't think that they're anticipating a drop off from Ultimate?
Absolutely.
Probably. And you know what? That's probably what they're secretly hoping for, right? They probably want more people to go into the lower tier to spend the money on getting the catalog, and then double up and buy the single player, the game whole, because they can't wait anyway, right? Like, as silly as that might sound, they're anticipating all these scenarios, right?
If you went ahead and dropped to premium and you are going to still pay for those games when they come out, the ones you can't resist, they're still winning. You're still paying them monthly. You're still buying the games. And listen, I have to go back to our boy Mac. They are not putting a freaking gun on your freaking head. Go to PlayStation and buy your games over there at full price.
100%. We have
there
the
are
homie
options.
So JD Gamer in the
JD,
building. My
what's
dude,
up?
thank you, my brother, for being here, man. Appreciate you, homie. Thank you for that $5 super chat. Says, this price increase is catching PCMR and ponies alike for laughing at Xbox talking about I get your games for $10 and don't need an Xbox. Well, now you pay. Facts.
Yo, shout out to JD for bringing this up. Absolutely. Absolutely. Everybody gonna get it.
That's why the PC went up. You're not beating the system now, right? And you're not beating the system. I mean, listen, you're still paying less than Ultimate, but you're still paying more
than what you were paying, and that's just that's the point, right? I think knowing your place is a big deal, and I think they've gotten into a place where they're comfortable and they know exactly what they have lined up. I do not take this lightly. I do think, obviously, I do think that they're going to follow through with what they're saying and the quality of games that we're going to be getting. Is that simple?
Agreed.
They know
Also,
what comes when, like, even if they do, there's always crap that they want to say. But if they don't, and this is why it's such a big deal that it says it right here, a guarantee of 75 plus day one game launches per year. That's a huge deal. They're saying guarantee. And if something is delayed or something happens with the
Windows
devs or
Central
anything
said,
like that, they are going to have to figure out what is going to take up the place of that.
no, Windows Central said guarantee.
Oh, I thought
No.
they said it too.
No. This
I
is
thought
Windows
you
Central.
confirmed.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. It's Windows Central. So Windows Central is the one out here saying that. They should probably not have that in there.
No.
Because it doesn't say
They
guarantee.
should correct
they just say
it. You know
75.
why? Because what they're going to do, and I'm telling you right now, they put this out there, and if it doesn't happen or they fall at 74, there's going to be, or even 75, because there's a plus sign at the end. There's going to be a freaking meltdown out there and something to cry about, like something to complain about or hold Xbox accountable for.
Facts. You got the homie Lord Roughness in the building.
Yo!
Thank you, brother, for being here. Thank you for that £5. Says, I'm glad I tuned into this podcast first.
Oh, thank you,
bro.
love.
As you know, the Pony Podcast, Brap, D-Bats, etc., are going to spin this as more Xbox price rises. Look, the ponies and the Xbox people are going to do the same thing.
Yep.
Right. And look, again, I understand it is a price increase for the ultimate subscription, but it's ultimate. It's the highest tier. They're giving you more, substantially more bang for your buck.
I mean, this is the thing. You can't sit there and want more. What do you think? They were going to go from 40 to 75 plus games
for nothing?
For nada? For another $1? No. I mean, they just be happy that this is not a PlayStation situation, because honestly, going up to $30, yes, shoot, 50% price increase. It would have been a big deal, but you still would have went back, even at 40 freaking games a year. You still would have went back and said, hold up, how many games have I played this year? How much would that have cost me? At $30, I'm still getting a good deal. So the fact that they are coming in and saying we're going from 40 to 75 plus, and we have freaking all these other perks, call it a W.
I mean, again, I completely agree, because that's what I see. I see it as a W, but cautiously, right? Cautiously, because we don't know what those 75 games are going to be, right? So that's the biggest mystery, right?
But to what they're saying, we're talking about clear, obscure level, right? We're talking, they are not saying, and that's the things to hold them accountable for, right? Obviously.
Sir Ruslan says, I feel like Doodle wants to tell us #no pad.
My boy.
I'm getting the sense. I'm getting the sense too.
Know.
This is the thing. This is the reality of it as well. If we really want to kind of just, call it for what it is. Look at 2026 alone.
Yeah.
Okay. 2026 alone. We know you're getting Forza Horizon 2026. You're getting a new Fable.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting Gears of War E-Day.
Yep.
You're getting
the
new Halo,
obviously,
and you're getting the new Call of Duty.
Yep.
That's 5 games. 5 games. And let me, I don't think you guys remember, because it's easy to forget, but Microsoft raised their prices to $80.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Nintendo. They held back. They said, you know what? We're going to not do it this year. Yep. Outer Worlds, all that stuff.
What does that mean?
70.
We're not going to do it this year. What does that mean?
Next year,
okay,
it's going to be $80 for the bangers. Let's just call it what it is. Your Forzas, your Fable, your Gears, your Halo. That's going to be $80.
Let's do some math together, guys.
5
games
times
80.
80
That's
is $400. Not including tax.
It's $400.
$400 just off the rip.
Mm-hmm.
So just if you say to yourself, I'm going to buy Halo, Gears, Forza, Fable, and Call of Duty.
Yep.
That's $400 just for those 5 games. Now, again, you can cry and say, yes, but it could have been $240. Yes, but it could be $400. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're still, like you got to take it what it is. Like, that's a gift. Ain't nobody, Microsoft's the
you
only
get
one
the-
out here doing this shit, bro. Like,
Listen, you're paying less and you're also getting the extra games and the extra perks. So I'm sorry, I can't join the crying parade.
yep. And now, to be clear, again, there's a difference between saying, "Man, this sucks." You know, I'm priced out of it. Okay, that's
And
fine.
that sucks.
That's fine. What I don't want, what I can't stand, is the people who are saying, "Oh, wah, but I'm staying subscribed." Right? Wah,
Exactly.
but I am gonna pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just
I
call
agree
it what
with
it is.
that.
You
I
know what I'm
agree
saying?
with that. If you're coming out here and you're like, this is ridiculous, I do not stand for this. I don't understand where the extra $10 are going. I will not, I could afford it, but there's no way that they're getting this money out of me. Here's my freaking receipts. I unsubscribed. That's the difference. So cry all you want. That was your point of no return.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna stay there and it still makes sense to you, and you're gonna play those games, and you're gonna pay $30 every freaking month, quit the bitching and crying.
I mean, I feel that. You got the homie
As
Dark.
for the developers, they're already paying full price. They
Thing.
got nothing to say.
Look at them. Ask
What do
them
you
if
want?
they'll be happy with the $30.
I bet they would.
I mean, they don't got PlayStation games to fill that. 70. Yo, PlayStation. You know what, the ponies are so fucked up about this? Because they don't even know what 75 games can feel like at this
they
point.
don't know,
They
bro.
have no idea.
They don't know. They're just hoping that one
They're
game
giving
they're
you
getting
75
is
games.
it's good enough to freaking play. That's the thing.
That's crazy. You got the homie Dark Angelic in the building. Dude, thank you for being here, man. Says, unfortunately, a lot of people will be looking to cut costs where they can. Cost of living day to day has become wildly expensive. Dark Angelic, you ain't lying, bro.
Yep.
That's exactly why
100%.
there's other tiers, or just drop the service. You know what I'm saying? Look, again, I am so disinterested in the idea of what Microsoft is going to have happen from this. Meaning, like, if they lose a bunch of Ultimate subscribers, they're still going to get that either through a cheaper subscription or through just purchases, right? Like, they'll figure out their dollars. They came up with this decision based off of all of their research. So if whatever they needed to do to make this happen happens, whatever the fallout is for them is on them. That's their problem.
That's for them to deal with.
For me and my pockets.
Yep.
The fact, if it was just 30, if this was just a straight price increase, right? Just, hey, everything you had before, same thing, $30. That would be way more annoying, right? Like, that would be way more a problem.
You're saying way more annoying because it still makes sense.
Well, because I already did the math, guys. I already did the math. Even if it was the same identical thing, I'm still getting those 5 games next year guaranteed, no matter what. Out of pocket, I would have bought it. So it's the same thing for me. The cost will be the same. But they didn't do that.
Shit is that if they come out with a collector's edition, you're probably also going to buy that shit too.
I got to buy that Crimson Desert one. Did you see that shit?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I got to get it. Broke Boy sent me a picture of it. It's fucking amazing.
Nice.
I told you I was going to get the highest, whatever Crimson Desert is. I'm going to get the highest model because I fucking love that shit. So, but point is, but they didn't do that. They didn't just raise the price, right? What they did was, for the 2 bottom tiers, they kept the price the same and gave more. And then for this top tier, they raised the price to $30. Yes, 50% increase. But they also are telling us that they're going to give us 75 games versus the 40-ish games that we were getting, which is a 50% increase, is the way Chris Dring put it in the stats.
Yep.
Right. So 50% increase from last year to this year of what that's going to be for 75 games. For me, that alone 100% makes it worth it. Now, on top of that, we got the other perks. Ubisoft Classics. Listen, I have Uplay, so that really doesn't matter to me. Okay. But I also can't share that, right? That's the one caveat with Uplay.
There you go.
I can't share that. So Doodle will now have access to her classics for Ubisoft through there. And then so they don't have to like sign into my account bullshit to play it. And Madman too. So he'll have it straight from, just the rip. So I can't share Uplay where they'll have their at least access to the classics, which is cool for them. And then Fortnite Crew, man. Again, we're not saying subscribe to Game Pass to get Fortnite Crew for free.
No.
We already subscribe to Fortnite Crew. So for myself
and we're also
Doodle,
not saying for Ubisoft Classic subscribe to Game Pass.
no,
right?
it's just extra.
We're saying that
on top
that
of the
is
75
extra.
games. And also remember, let's also make this very clear. They're not only giving you 75 games.
I know.
It's 75 day one games. Surrounded by day one games are going to be all the other games that they're releasing that are just going into Game Pass for you.
Yep.
Like the value is insane still. And again, I know the popular thing, get the torches and the pitchforks. Let's burn Microsoft. Look, again, maybe you guys are used. I don't know. We have a business. We understand business. Business is not stale. It's not going to always stay the same. You can't just do it. And as long as the value, as the perceived value is there, as long as what you're paying for, you feel like you're getting the value for, then that's all that matters. And again, we're not here saying, yo, keep your ultimate subscription.
No. If it doesn't work,
if you can't do the 30, go down to the 15 or cancel and just buy games a la carte. Do whatever works best for you and your budget, right? And does it hurt those people? Yes, the people who can't go past 20 and can't justify not getting the day ones or whatever it is, that sucks. I do understand that, and that sucks for you guys. I feel bad that has happened to you. But at the end of the day, business is business. Prices are going to keep moving, man. Like, look, people were crying about the Xbox Ally X and $1,000. You know, they also choose to ignore the fact that there was a cheaper option, right? Like, if you don't care about the premium, the absolute, I need the best, then you could have gotten in for $600. This is the same thing for your subscription. If you don't need the best, if you don't need the most, if you don't need the day ones, then go down to the 15. You get the vast majority of the games that are in Game Pass. You're going to get every single Xbox game outside of Call of Duty you will have within a year of release. Listen, the ponies do it all the time. They're willing to wait.
They're willing to wait.
You know what I'm saying? So why not have the tier?
It's not for, these are choices.
Facts. It's all a choice.
Yo, what's up, Silva? Thank you for hanging out.
Silva, what's up, man? Says this is testing people who are gamers that play random games where people complain about backlogs. They could downgrade the tiers and play their backlogs until a new game comes 1 year later. I mean,
agree 100%.
That's just the truth, man. It's the reality of what it is. We got the homie. Wait, hold on.
Space Shop, what's up?
Did I do this one?
No.
Wait, wait. Okay, hold on. This one here. Raiden Blade in the building.
Raiden, what's up?
Thank you, my brother, for being here. Thank you for that £5 super chat. Says, who plays more games? According to a recent polling, Xbox gamers play more games, but PlayStation games play longer. Xbox has more games, and PlayStation has no games.
How long they been playing The Last of Us for?
Yo, so long. I mean, listen, it makes a lot of sense, right? Xbox gamers have more choice, so they play more games. PlayStation gamers have less choices, so they play the less games longer, right? I mean, that checks out 100%. You got the homie Space Shot in the building. Thank you, brother, for being here.
Yo, appreciate Space Shot.
Said, you've nailed it, CMoney. All in all, the most important thing is Xbox has to nail these titles in 2026.
Absolutely.
Deliver on that, and the rest falls into place.
Agreed.
Exactly. And I mean, again, that's always the onus is always on Xbox, right? That's the whole thing, man. It's all about the value that we see. I look at those games. I know there's no way I'm not going to get a Forza. I'm not going to get a Gears. I'm not going to get a Halo. I'm not going to get a Fable. I'm not going to get Call of Duty. Why
would you pay more when you could just subscribe to Game Pass Ultimate and get everything extra that comes with it?
Yeah, the way I look at it, it's like you look at the price as a hurdle. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, can I leap that hurdle? Right? Can I get over that hurdle? So if 360 is the hurdle, right? For the $30 a month for 12 months, right? So if 360 is the hurdle, I think they also did it to commemorate the Xbox 360.
There you
go. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
just to get to the best years of their life, right?
You know it's gonna be good.
Exactly.
You're paying 360.
So if you can see yourself spending more than 360 in any given year for the games that are going into Game Pass, then it's justified. If not, then move it. You know what I'm saying? Go to the lower tier or stop subscribing and move on, right?
It's that simple.
It really is, though. And then we do have the homie Dark Angelic in the building.
What's up, fam?
My dude, thank you, my brother, for being here, man. Thank you for that $2 super chat.
Thank you so much.
Says phony math. 75 million consoles better than 75 games. Facts. Yo, bars. Bars.
They do.
Guys.
That's crazy.
That's
but
real crazy.
Listen, that's where they live. And that's how they have to live. They think that, they are Hiroki. They think they are freaking PlayStation, and what they're trying to do is sell freaking boxes. Do they really think that if PlayStation could have, they wouldn't have released all those games and hope that you clowns would have bought them? They would have. They were hoping you would buy freaking Concord.
Facts. Listen, this is the thing. At the end of the day, no matter how you cut it, it absolutely is. I just read this, so let me just get it. Ericans, what's up, man? Thank you for being here. It says, anybody calling Game Pass the best deal in gaming anymore? It was good while it lasted. Listen, again, perceived value, right?
Yeah.
You still got a $10 tier, you still got a $15 tier. The $30 tier is if you need day one Game Pass. And that's really the only difference. So at the end of the day, it's all about what you perceive to be that value. Mm-hmm. I can for certain 100% wholeheartedly, without any type of bullshit, tell you that Game Pass is absolutely the best deal in gaming for myself and my family, right? And we don't just have one, we have three. So I mean, no matter what, for us, that's what it works out for us. I can't see it any other way. Then at the end of the day, well, shit. The Duck of Death was something. He said I would pay $10 a month for some of these dudes to stop bitching.
No! Let's fucking go.
That's what I'm talking about, bro.
The Duck of Death is not effing around.
I mean, that's the reality, though. That's the reality. He says a 50% jump looks bad, though.
It does.
I mean, it does.
And then you look at the perks and you're like, okay. Well,
dude,
at least I'm like, okay.
Space Shot says the $14.99 tier is not the best value in gaming. I still think it's the best deal in gaming. You got cloud, and they enhanced it. You got cloud game. Hold on, let me go back to this other. It's on. Wait, right here. So if you go back to the $14.99 a month, you get Xbox, PC, and cloud Game Pass. You get 200 plus games. You get unlimited access to the cloud gaming and stream your own games. You get the member deals and discounts, multiplayer. You get new games outside of Call of Duty within a year. You get benefits from Riot Games, so you're getting all their games. You're getting all the Fortnite, all that shit. It's all in this.
It's all in there too.
It's all in this one, and you get $50 plus rewards. So, you're paying an extra $50. I mean, I'm sorry, you're getting an extra $50 in there. I mean, I don't know how that's not a phenomenal deal. Obviously, you're not getting the EA access. You're not getting the Ubisoft classics. But again, I mean, for the extra $15, you're getting all this extra shit. If you go to 30, if you go to the Game Pass Ultimate, you're doubling the amount of games that are in there. Guarantee. Well, again, he wrote guarantee. That's the tricky part. 75 plus day one game launches per year. You get the better streaming if you're a streamer. If you like to cloud game, you're getting better cloud gaming. I can't wait to test that out, actually. You got obviously day one studio, Call of Duty. You get the EA Play Vault access. You get Ubisoft Plus classics. You get everything. Oh, you know what? maybe that Fortnite is not included in the other one. Because he wrote it over here. So maybe I think the Ultimate has the Fortnite. The Ultimate has a Fortnite. Yeah. That would be wild if it were in the $15 one.
You have to check. Yeah, because it's $12.
Yeah. No, it's in the Ultimate. It's in the Ultimate down here. But either way, like the $15 one is still a steal for the people who don't need the day one game automatically. Absolutely. And again, I completely understand. You were going ahead and you had this all at $20, right? But at $20, you were only getting a certain amount. Now it's going to $75, and we're getting more, man.
So this is what I would say. For me, Erican, what he said, respect. Doesn't make sense to you, so you're done with it 100%. I can understand that it doesn't make sense, and for you, that's not a good value, so you are no longer going to have Game Pass. Coming out here saying this is shit, I don't want to pay this much, this doesn't make sense, this is not the best value, and still subscribing to Game Pass, that's bullshit. That's just whining for the sake of whining. So I can respect what he's doing because he's actually doing something about it. Coming out here and crying is hypocritical if you're not going to, right?
Yeah.
And that's just the truth. That's what I think.
And look, Erican, you might feel that way right now, and then you might look at a month that Xbox is dropping some crazy shit, and you might be like, all right, for this month, I'll subscribe. Like, again, this is not, look, as much as some of us are just on auto pay, okay, and we just get the next month of Ultimate, if you have to be a savvy gamer with your subscription and you need to say to yourself, okay, this month, even though Xbox is dropping Keeper, Ninja Gaiden 4, Outer Worlds 2, and next month Call of Duty is coming out, those are not my type of games. I'm not going to buy them. So I don't need to spend $30, but I still want to be able to play some of the other games that I'm messing around with, the back catalog in Game Pass. So I'll pay $15 and I'll drop to premium. No one's stopping you from doing that, right? They didn't put some imaginary gate around you and said, no, once you lock in, you lock in. You're either in or you're out, bitch. You know what I'm saying? No.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. No. They're giving you the flexibility. So yes. Would it be easier to just be like, go ahead and you're just knowing that you're paying $20 and be done? Sure. But at the end of the day, you are going to have your ability to swap between and do what's right for you and your family and your needs. And that's it, man.
And listen, some people were bitching at 20 anyways. Some people are out there bitching, don't even have Game Pass. So it is what it is.
Agreed. Now, again, I feel like some people though are maybe downplaying it a little bit. And maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm confused here. So maybe you can help me out in the chat. Maybe you can help me out. But like over here, right? So Christopher Robin, what's up, my brother? Thank you for being here. Says, got it.
From Winnie the Pooh?
From Winnie the Pooh. Got it. You order a hamburger, extra $5 for ketchup, mustard, olives, and cheese. Don't want mustard and olives, but you still must pay for it to get the cheese. Understand, CMoney? Yes, but you have to understand that that's not the way they're pricing it. When they priced you for that $5, they didn't necessarily go in there and be like, oh, it's this, and this. That's what equals it. They're creating like a bundle price for you.
Yeah.
Right? Because I could tell you right now, Fortnite is $12.99, the crew. And they're giving it to you inside of the price of that $10 increase, right?
Mm-hmm.
They also went from 40-something games to 75 games, right?
And how much was
that's an increase, right?
Ubisoft Classic? Well, that was what, $16,
right? So they're giving you these extra things. They're layering it in to give you that extra value.
It adds up to more than $10, and you can anyone. Let me tell you right now, anyone in Game Pass Ultimate at $20 was not. They were not sitting there playing every single game that was in there.
Facts.
You understand?
Facts.
So
the argument don't hold up, bro.
Putting in there doesn't need to line up for everybody else, right? It doesn't need to line up. You don't need, they're putting enough there that something is for you. Whether you're looking at those games, you're looking at the Fortnite, or you're looking at Ubisoft, or all of it together. There is room and space for you to be excited about some of those things. So that's just the reality. And I will tell you right now, with the freaking paying the $5 extra for ketchup and whatever else that he set up for a burger, McDonald's used to have a freaking menu that is not costing what it used to cost before. They didn't say we're charging you for the ketchup, this, or that, but they upped the prices.
Yeah, facts. And I think the again, and kind of like what I was saying is I think you're simplifying the idea that these other things like Fortnite or whatever, like you're not individually paying for these things. They're just bundled in. The thing that you need to worry about is what I would assume that you would be worried about, and that's the games.
Yep.
And you were paying for a service happily for $20 that was giving you about 40-ish day one games in the Game Pass. That number with your added costs is now increasing to 75 games. 75 games. You're getting an additional 30 plus games in any given year. Day one drops. That's not including all the other games you're going to get that are not day one drops.
Exactly.
We're just talking day one drops. I just can't for the life of me take this type of analogy where you're looking at it like you're getting these things. No, you're getting more burger. You're not, you know what I'm saying? The games are the burger. They're not the fucking ketchup. Yep. Like, what do you have Game Pass for? You have Game Pass for the games. You're getting 75 day one games versus approximately 40. That's not the fucking ketchup. That's the burger. That's the meat. That's the main part of it, bro.
An extra patty.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yep.
Like it's not the same thing, man. You got to look at it right, bro. And again, trust me, in my business, I completely understand, right? If you don't want to spend the extra money, you will do everything to justify why it's stupid that the price went up.
Yeah.
Okay. If you can't or don't want to, okay, you will do everything in your power to self-soothe. And I'm not trying to make you feel bad about it. I'm saying that you're going to justify why it's stupid that the price went up because you don't want to spend the money or you can't spend the money. And again, I understand that and I have sympathy towards it. But the reality is this. I saw Erican say something over here. And again, the one thing you know when you come here is that we don't say shit just to say shit. As much as these people think whatever they think, we only say what the fuck we feel, right? So Erican says, I ain't gonna rally people to join me. I speak my piece. I do know that the only way they lower the price is if enough people cancel and not just bitch. This is the thing, Erican.
That's key.
I don't want them to lower the price if it means they're not going to give me those extra 30. That's an extra 35 games day one in the Game Pass.
Plus.
For $10 more a month.
Yep.
I'm getting over 35 plus games over the course of the year. That's about 3 games extra a month day one for $10.
Yeah.
Plus Fortnite, plus this, plus that. Like again, everybody's different. Everybody's in different situations. And again, I sympathize in that situation. I get it 100%, right? And for a lot of people, they rather go listen to a podcast where somebody's like, oh my God, I hate life. This is the worst thing ever. Xbox sucks dick. They're the worst. Fuck them. But then they're going to keep that subscription and you're just going to be sitting there mad while they're still playing their Game Pass.
That's the truth. It's just,
you know what I'm saying?
Feed into anger and pain. Like, why do that if the outcome it's still that your money is going to their pockets?
Yeah.
That's wild. And listen, I'm not Xbox, right? So you can keep it, you can cancel it, you can do whatever you want. I'm just speaking from my end and why it makes sense. I can understand, yes, an extra $10, damn it, that sucks. An extra 35 plus games, that's pretty dope. I can only imagine where this is going.
Yeah, for sure. Agreed. Navy Shadow says no PC Game Pass anymore, right? Nope, that is not correct. It's right there on the screen. If you look on the screen, it's just price went up. $16.49. But you get everything that you had before, plus plus the no, that's not. Nope,
That's
light.
not
Sorry,
PC.
right over here.
Yeah,
Sorry.
there you go.
You get everything that you had before plus Ubisoft Classics, but it is going up. You know what I'm saying? It is going up. 1649 versus 1199, but it still exists. And if you're a PC only, it's still a great deal. But like if you think about it, 1649 for us, because we have Fortnite Crew, we're really only paying like $18 for Ultimate, right?
Yep.
So for the extra $1.50, we're getting everything, right?
Yeah.
But that's again because we have Fortnite Crew. So, but yeah,
Man,
where's Michelle says my only
Michelle,
quip
what's
was I
up,
wish it
love?
was Ubisoft Plus and not Classic. Yes,
Yep.
Ubisoft Plus I have.
That's
Classic.
what I said to you.
Classic is what's on PC. I mean, I'm sorry, on PlayStation is what's the Ubisoft Classic. Now it came over here. So basically, EA and Ubisoft did a swappy poo. You know what I'm saying? So EA started on Xbox and then they brought access to PlayStation. Ubisoft Classic was on PlayStation and now it's also here. So it just kind of is what it is. But look, at the end of the day, I really feel like as much as it sucks, I see somebody like Jonathan Cox or something.
What's up?
Says, hell, I would have been all right 25, but 30 for me is a little too much. Again, 100% get that, right? The only way you're going to know if that extra $5 is too much is when you look at your month and say to yourself, am I going to buy that game?
Yeah, it's
or am I going to say I can wait?
Simple as kind of like just breaking it down. And I think some people again they go ahead and stack up. Some people go ahead and get those the keys. We don't do that. We do auto pay. So for us, we don't do that. But if you also do what we do, and now is the time to say, all right, let me check out those deals. I know for Black Friday, they do have a lot. They had it pretty cheap last year, if I'm recalling correctly. So it's probably something that will be taking place this year as well. And if it makes sense to stack up a bit for the year, maybe until next Black
Stack
Friday,
up where
you
you
go ahead
can,
and
man.
Yeah.
Stack
If
up where
you
you
can
can
do it, then that may be a good thing to go ahead and do. Because if you, Jonathan, if it made sense for you at 25, then maybe you'll be able to probably get it for cheaper than that when you go ahead and get those keys. Just make sure
Yeah,
you
you
go
find
to a
the other
legit
way.
like website. Don't like randomly get it. I don't know too much about it, so I can't tell you necessarily where to go, but you probably will get it for less than 25. And for Black Friday, you'll probably get a really good deal. So
the other thing too is, again, like I know I've said this, but I feel like some people are coming in, a little after, and like Jonathan Cox, I just saw his previous one where he says, I was okay with 20, but 30 in this day and time feels like Microsoft's getting a little greedy for crying out loud. It sucks.
and
This is the thing, Jonathan. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Wait, hold on. So this is the thing. If they raise the price of the lower two tiers, I would be more inclined to look at it in this way, where it's like, oh, they're just raising the price more, right? But the fact that they're not raising the price of the lower two tiers, giving you more than ever, and trying to make them more of a valid option for people, not just something that is so far removed from Ultimate that they're like, oh, we don't want that, right? They're trying to make it as a valid option for you. They didn't increase those prices. They left them the same. They just added value to them. This here is a $10 bump. But if you do it like the number wise, it's only a 50%, not only, it's a 50% increase, but the plan is for a 50% increase in game output, meaning you're going to get 50% more day one games. For me, I don't see that as greed. I see that as an investment that they are making to fulfill the vision that they have for Game Pass. And frankly, it's a vision that I want. I stand behind that.
So that's the thing. It is a business, right? And this just shows you how much they want to grow it. They're not comfortable staying where they are. So that ultimate name has weight to it that they haven't, in potential that they don't feel they've reached yet. And that for me is a good thing. I see it as a good thing. We see people that are not subscribed to Game Pass because they feel like they don't just play all the games that, like, they don't have enough of the games that they would want to play, or it goes with the in-betweens of like, well, these months they didn't have anything that suited what I wanted to play. Yes, there are open players out there that kind of try everything or are more open to playing different types of games, but there are some that are not. This is going to fill in those gaps, in my opinion, right? To have that many more games. So I don't necessarily, when I heard it again, guys, he told me just the price going up. CMoney told me just going from $20 to $30. So for me, it was like, what in the heck? And then for a second, you sit there and you're like, okay, that's $30 a month, but how much are these games, right? And how much will I be spending out of pocket? And then he told me everything that was coming with it. That makes sense to me. Again, it doesn't necessarily need to be make sense to anybody out there, to some of you guys, but I can justify it, right? And yes, it sucks to pay an extra 50%, but not when you're getting everything you're getting for it. Again, PlayStation has upped their prices without anything changing. And they just have to suck it up.
I mean,
then that's the
true.
reality.
If anything,
yeah,
they're finding like tricky ways of doing shit. Like people complain that the price went up for Xbox console and PlayStation. What they did was they just lowered the amount of memory they gave you in the hard drive for the same price.
Exactly.
So they just cut costs a different way, right? Mm-hmm. So they're still giving you less for the same. So you do have the homie Mac22TH54 in the building. That $5 super chat. Appreciate you, fam. Says, I don't want to pay more for eggs. I don't want to pay more for gas.
Exactly.
I don't want to pay more for a movie ticket. But that's not hashtag reality. Again, shaking my head.
It's true.
Mac,
those movie tickets are getting freaking ridiculous too. We have
crazy.
The membership now.
Yeah, we
because that
for the
makes
first
more
time
sense.
we have A-list because it just doesn't make any sense. You go, we like going to the movies at least, once a week together on a date night or something. And it's like, if you do that enough, like one ticket is $20 if you go to see it in Dolby, right? So you're talking about $40 and you're doing
just
that once a week, right?
Yeah.
Whereas for $25 between the both of us, so $25 each.
So $50
for $50
you pay for the month.
You can go 4 times a week to any movie, to Dolby, whatever you want, 4 times a week. Come on, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So yes, did we add another $50 to our monthly bill? Yes, but the idea is the incidental costs go down, right? You don't randomly spend this money. It's just part of my built-in money. I can work around it. It's all good.
Exactly. And sometimes you can only go once a month or twice, and it still makes sense.
You balance out. You know what I'm saying? You balance it out. So I feel you, Mac. Look, and again, I know that there's both sides of the spectrum because there's the people who can handle it. And let's be real, right? I think that this is the thing. The people who can easily afford it are upset, but they're not gonna cry about it, right? It's the people who this is in their budget and they're trying to make this work because they love gaming and they're like, fuck it, for $20 it makes sense. But sometimes it's as silly as it sounds. We tell our son every time, right? It's like if something costs $1 at the store, but with taxes $1.06, and you show up with $1 and a nickel, you are not leaving the store with that product.
Nope.
Because you didn't pay the $1.06. You only had $1.05.
Yep.
So I'm not being it's not like I don't understand. Like, shit, we have fucking 6 kids. Like, I understand. Like, money's money. Like, I get it. Right. So I'm not going from 20 to 30 is not just some whatever if they budgeted the shit out of their money to make sure that they can allot money for that $20, right? So I get it. I sympathize with it for sure. But this is not a conversation about that scenario. This is a conversation about what did they do and what are they giving you, right? What they did was they actually alleviated cost for the people who are at 20 who can be honest and look and say, you know what? I pay $20 a month, but I don't play every day one game from Xbox.
Yep.
Okay. I don't. So they say, okay, we bumped up the $15 tier. We made it better. So you can actually relieve yourself a little bit, go down to the $15 tier. And within a year, outside of Call of Duty, within a year, you're going to get every first party game.
Except Call of Duty.
Except Call of Duty.
Except
right?
Call of Duty. And if you don't play Call of Duty, that's an easy one. And you have, and you can wait, and you're playing the games that are already out and are in there, and that's going to keep you entertained until then. But it kind of is what it is at this point. This is a way to kind of take a step back and kind of see what suits you. Our boy Jonathan says, I'm not pulling a Tim Dog. I'm sticking with Xbox, but a price increase in today's chaotic world just sucks. I agree with you 100% on that. It sucks. But yeah, if it makes sense, it makes sense.
And again, it has to, again, financially, you're going to see, like, if you sit to yourself, if you say, man, 25 is the limit, I can't do 30, but then you turn around and you buy Outer Worlds and this other shit this month, then you're going to have to say to yourself, well, is it just like the principle,
I spending more money?
Or am I spending more money to, kind of prove a point, so
let's not do pony math.
Yeah, see, so Jonathan, look, he says it. I don't play any of the added content though, so I guess that a lower tier is good for me right now. And maybe that's it, man. Like, it doesn't. Not everybody needs everything, right, all the time, right? So there's no shame in it. It's not like,
no,
damn, I got this lower tier of Game Pass. Like, no, man, you got a fucking amazing fucking service. Like, some Game Pass at any tier is amazing.
Pick what you need or what you want, and honestly, this is also even like. For us, I want to look into getting those the cheaper prices with the keys and stuff. So maybe it's time for all of us to kind of start looking into that, because like Bunty said, you don't know what's going to happen, right? Nothing's guaranteed.
It's not. And that's the truth. That's the truth. You got the homie Broke Boy in the building.
Yo.
Thank you for being here, my brother.
Thank you for rocking
out. Says they should have grandfather people in though. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that would make sense, because then you're talking about that's only new subs. And I don't think that's, I think the whole point is like, hey, listen, all you people who are in Ultimate, we want to make a bigger investment and we want to go ahead and put more games in the service. You got to pay up. I mean, I don't think that grandfathering in would solve the problem.
The grandfathering would be if the price just went up for the sake of going up, and you're
exactly
still getting
like if you were just raising the
thing.
price. Exactly.
Yes. Now, if you're
Facts.
getting all of these things, then this is just something that's going to happen.
Yeah, like if you would get so this would be the only way you would be grandfathered in is if they put a block on the other games. So if they say, hey, this month, if you're grandfathered in, you only get these games.
Yes.
You don't get these are what we spent the extra money on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't make sense. You can't grandfather people in this scenario. And if anything, again, the first two tiers are staying the same.
Yes,
they didn't raise the price of the first two tiers.
They didn't do anything, and
they just gave them more for free. And what they're doing now is they're not charging you more for nothing. They're charging 50% more for 50% more output, plus all the extra benefits and bonuses that they have. Plus, again, I know you guys are not like me for the most part, but I love cloud. And in Ultimate, I'm getting the superior cloud. I'm getting the cloud that would now make my game, my X Cloud, similar to my GeForce Now, which is
a big deal.
That's what I want. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. So, I mean, for me, I don't see.
And let's not forget, like Sarah came out here and she did say that they have been investing a lot in cloud gaming, right? So I think the money needs to also come in, and we don't want to pay up, obviously, but I would also, instead of paying $20 for Game Pass Ultimate, I would want it to be free. But that's not possible either.
Facts. Facts. Also, Michelle makes a good point. She says, I absolutely agree about grandfathered in. Do we know that they aren't? I don't think they did it when any of the other increases happened. Grandfathered in is just already being prepaid. That's the part that I think is important.
Yes, 100%.
If you already prepaid, you're not getting slapped up. They're not saying, hey,
Yep.
we're going to do the convergence and turn your thing into this. It's literally
You're
they're just
keeping
keeping
what
it
you
the same.
have.
So
Yeah.
And then Jonathan Cox says, I'm shocked. And listen, I think that's the biggest thing, right? I think there's a lot of people who are shocked. I mean, shit, I was shocked when I fucking saw it. I was like, oh shit, really? Right? Like the first thing you see is the price, right? And then you see everything that comes with it. So my first initial was like, they're just increasing the price. That once I saw everything you're getting for it,
yeah,
right. And Doodle said it, right? At first, I just told her the price, and she was like, what the fuck? Right? Like, why? But then the why is there, right? The why for me makes sense, my dude. Like it just does. But again, making sense and being able to afford it are still two different things. Right.
Yeah.
I can understand. I know why a Ferrari costs what it costs. Doesn't mean I can go buy a Ferrari. You know what I'm saying? Or not responsibly, at least. That would be real crazy. Fuck the house and fuck everything. It's gonna have a crazy $3,500 lease or some stupid shit like that. Maybe it's probably even more. I don't even know. But yeah, so I don't know. That's the thing. It's
we'll live in the car.
Everybody is raw right now. You know what I'm saying?
But
Everybody
that's the
is
thing.
raw.
And it's just, I think that my people in the chat, you guys are freaking awesome, because the fact that we can just dive into this and kind of dissect it and see what's going on, what they're doing, how this may make sense or not. And it's not oh my gosh, it's the end of the world, Xbox is dead. Like, that's what I love about our group of people. Like, it's logic and rational, and it's like, okay, well, hold on, this shit sucks, but like, the conversation is there rather than this dramatic bullshit.
Yeah, I can only imagine how many people are gonna say, like, we should do a drinking game, right?
Oh my gosh.
On all the content that's out there about Xbox stepping on the rake. They stepped on the rake again. Oh, Microsoft stepping on rakes. Oh, like, God damn it. Why would they do this? They had all the momentum and now it's done. They're so greedy. They're the richest company. Why aren't they giving this shit for charity? Like, I can't wait to see all the bullshit that's out there. Let me get my boy TD2 in the building. He says, what's up with the 70+ day one titles? Right? Are they boosting the number of releases? If so, I'm cool with it. Been wanting Xbox to drop a pricier tier that packs more big day one games.
Yo, there you go.
Facts. That's exactly where I am, dog.
You've
That's
been talking about
that's
this.
what's happening.
Listen, we've been talking about them. Like, what are you buying next? What we're not ignorant.
Like, I want
we
more,
know
bro.
that if we get more and they're buying more, that comes with some sort of consequences, right? And it's not just going to come out of nowhere. But this is kind of like how we were talking about the handheld. Come correct, make it powerful, and like give us a price. And if we want to go ahead and do it, we'll pay for it. Just give us what we want. And I love what you're saying, TD2. It's like, let's go ahead and give me something meatier with more that I can get behind and be like, okay, here, take my money. I want the extra. I want the more. Show me where you're going.
Like I said earlier, right? Like, this is the extra games, which is great, right? Like, that's what I want. But like, if that shit is like fucking Barbie's dream house or some shit, then it's like, all right, well, no, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're not giving me value. You're just throwing more shit at me, and I don't want that. It has to be quality, right?
It's wild.
I'm just giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Yes.
Because they've delivered so strongly with Game Pass nonstop. I don't see that slowing down. If anything, the caliber of AA and indie games is increasing. So for me, if they're going to be taking some of those bigger, better AA indie games and bringing them in and giving them us for free, I'm Gucci with that. Like, that's what I want, man. Like, so like, I'm happy with that. But again, it all depends on how that plays out. You do have the homie Freddie Fox in the building with that $2. I appreciate you, homie. Says if you're broke, then go to the 15 tier. I'm ultimate. Listen, sometimes it's broke, sometimes it's just budget, man. Like, you could make however much money you make. You can make a shit ton of money, but it depends on what you're spending and what your priorities are. Some people have a savings that they will not. They save a certain percentage of their money no matter what. No matter what, that's what they're going to do. Everything else they want to do has to fit in that budget.
Yeah.
And if that $20 goes from 20 to 30 and it takes you out that budget, then you have to consider, do I break my rule and save less? Do I steal from a different,
not
thing?
Literally stealing.
Not steal. No, like, do I take the budget from somewhere else?
I'm point told me to.
No, I'm point to condone any stealing. But that's the thing, right? It just depends.
Some say YOLO.
And some say YOLO. Say fuck it all. I'll begin it and figure it out.
Some say the money will come. I need my games.
Oh my God. Well, listen, it's worth it. The broke boy with that $2 suits chat. Appreciate you, homie. Says, if you use all it offers, it's good. Not a lot do. But see, broke boy, you're right. But that's the point, right? What does it mean to you is the question, right? This is no one, and the homie Mac 22, he said it earlier. Nobody's putting a gun to anybody's head.
Yep.
Right.
100%.
Like it's like I think the fact that maybe you did subscribe and now you can't subscribe. Like if you're saying that, then that sucks. I know, but it's like no one's coming to like give you shit about it. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's like, yo, you're not a fucking ultimate subscriber. Are you fucking
show me your ultimate card?
Like, here's my ultimate card. Where's yours? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's get a badge.
Like, that's not how it works. Like, you don't know what tier of Netflix I'm subscribed to. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what extras I added. You know what I'm saying? Or any other place. That doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? No one cares what anybody does, right? If you personally feel like it's worth it to you, then subscribe. If you don't feel like it's worth it to you, then don't subscribe. Either don't subscribe at all, lower a tier, say fuck Xbox, go to PlayStation and pay full price for everything. Whatever you want to do.
Whatever tickles.
And I'm not talking about you, broke boy. I'm just talking about this idea, right? It's just up to you. Nobody is stopping you. That's why we love Xbox on this side. The options are crazy. We have so many options. You can cater gaming to your preference, your style. There's plenty of people who are not looking for the latest and greatest. There's people who love some of these older games, some of the casual people who are happy with $10 a month, getting new games in there every once in a while, and they're just experiencing their game.
Hardcore that just play the same game nonstop, or a couple of games that are oldies, but they still can't get out of it. There are people that play a game. Because I saw it in the chat too. Somebody said, and I'm sorry, I'm blanking out on the name, but talking about how long they play a game for. It takes like they play it for a long time. So the movement there, it may not make sense for like Game Pass, where it's kind of like you want a quick turnaround. You want to try everything out. If you pick that one game and you're going to be there for a while, and that's the way things work out for you, then yeah, this is.
But it also depends on what game that is, right? Because if that game is Outer Worlds and the game costs $70 this month, and you're gonna go ahead and play it all month long, so you're gonna spend $30. I mean, you have a month to play the game, and it's still a better deal.
How much is the game?
70.
Okay, for 2 months of Game Pass, and you get everything else for the breathers in between, and you still paying less if you were going to play it for 2 months straight.
That's the crazy thing. Like these numbers change real quick once you start equating what you're actually getting. We're all playing with Monopoly money in our minds right now because it's so crazy to think 20 versus 30. Dude, Xbox released 10 or more at this point first-party games ranging from 40 to 70. Like, you're talking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. If you think about 1 month, just this 1 month of October, they have Ninja Gaiden 4, Outer Worlds 2, and Keeper. 70, and I'm assuming 40 or 50 for Keeper. But you're talking about 140, 170, maybe $180 that you would spend this month alone. Or like we don't have to look at this by year. We can look at it month to month. This month, you spend $30, you get $180 of first party games on top of everything else you're going to get.
Yep.
Does it make sense this month? Like, you don't have to be so,
forever to the end of time.
Locked in. Yeah. You're not getting married.
No.
Okay. You're just dating. Okay. You're just dating. If you need a break, you take a break.
Yep.
Okay, you take a break.
Get your
Nobody's
ass
bad.
home.
This is the thing. This is the thing. You don't have to worry about the other person's feelings, though. You know what I'm saying? If you're dating and you say, I want a break, they can be like, fuck you, I'm done. Game Pass is always there for you, baby. Always is. The moment you want to turn it on, it's ready for you. Okay, so if you want to date casually, you can get it in as much as you want and be like, I'm done.
Sexual?
I'm done. And then you say, oh shit, it's been a while. Let me get mine in. And you come back and they're ready immediately. Just sign up and you got the goods. Just saying, that's the reality of what this is. Okay. We don't have to overcomplicate this and treat this like, oh my God, I married this person and they looked one way and it's 20 years later, they look another way now. No, you don't have to worry about none of that. You're not.
Game Pass needs to look right all the time.
Game Pass always got to shake it right for you. Okay. And if it doesn't, you just say, yo, you don't look right. I'm out. Okay. You don't look right. I'm out. All right.
You're not as bouncy as you used to be.
Just calm down. Okay. You get to choose. You get to choose if this works for you or not. Okay. This is just the way it is. Okay. Just read. Game Pass definitely for the streets. It is. They don't care, y'all. You knock, it opens. Okay. There's no. You ain't debating with this. You ain't trying to. You don't gotta bring flowers. You don't gotta bring flowers. Okay. This is not. Don't. You don't have to call for the birthdays. You don't gotta show up on Valentine's Day. You know what I'm saying? This is just when you want it, you got it. You know what I'm saying? That's just it. So just you don't have to be so.
Game Pass looking kind of thick this month.
Yo, that's it. That's it. Not thinking the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit! Dropped.
Just saying, like you can go back and forth, bro. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh man. That's
all right.
wild.
Either way, you're good, man. Either way, you're good. This is still games, guys. I know it's a lot of money in life. Everything's expensive. I get it, man. But the reality is, you know, it's always, even at 20. Listen, at $20, they were screaming. Don't you remember when the shit went up to 20?
That's what I'm saying.
They thought it was the end of the world. It was the worst thing ever. Now $20 is great, right? Now you suck a dick for it to be $20, right?
You suck a dick for it. Come on, fam.
Now you want that shit. Now it's the best thing ever. Guess what? It's 30 now. Motherfuckers be happy. Okay? You don't know who they're gonna buy next. They might buy fucking Take-Two and be like, you know what? Time for the game. This shit to be 35.
Yep.
And then you can be like, nah, man, give me that 30, dog. Just fucking live in the moment. Okay.
YOLO, baby. YOLO.
You only live once, fam.
It's not guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed.
That's right.
What is guaranteed is that if you do stack up whatever price you pay for it, that's what it's going to be, no matter what they decide to do or what move they're gonna make next. But it is true. Like right now, anybody that was crying about the $20, it's like, man, come on, please. It's all perspective. And I think the idea is it could be more, right? It could always be more.
And it will.
Exactly.
Don't think that this is the end. Don't think that this is the end. This is the thing. What is probably going to eventually happen is that Ultimate will go higher, and then there will be some type of intermediate tier or something.
Because I was wondering, I'm like, okay, so they could have also just kept, and I mean, the name is just so right for it, but they could have
made an ultimate and did something different.
The $20, and then moving forward, like all the other perks could have been for a higher tier that was the $30 tier with the extra 35 plus games and, you know, Ubisoft. And
but I mean, you're basically getting that in the premium.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like the premium gives you like
a year later
within a year, but you're getting all of it still. It's just the patience, right?
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do? Have like a $20 tier that gives you, or $25 tier that gives you them all, but $30 gives you perks? I don't know. It's too small.
Yeah.
But the homie Rated Blade with that £5 super chat, appreciate you. Homie says SIE is charging you more for a box with no games, and Xbox is charging you more for a box with more games. SIE made this possible. They sell in an empty box.
Oh.
I mean, it is pretty damning when you look across, right?
Seriously.
When you're looking over, you're like, yo, they got people buying that box. Nobody's buying their games, but they got people buying that box. They don't even make their own games that matter anymore. Like they got. Does anybody else know that like that Ghost of Yote drops tomorrow and like nobody gives a fuck?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it dropped already.
No, it drops tomorrow.
It drops tomorrow.
It dropped already in where's that country that's like the earliest?
Oh, yeah.
Wherever the earliest one, they already it dropped over there. So Ghost of Yote already dropped. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares.
I haven't been. I don't know if it's I think the Game Pass news is what's popping right now.
Look how Xbox is like, you know what?
They're like,
I know how to get rid of Ghost of Yote. Fucking bury that bitch with news for Game Pass because everybody's gonna bitch, but nobody's gonna cancel. You know what I'm saying? They might move a tier, but very little are gonna actually cancel, man. The numbers just make sense. If you're into gaming, if you already had Ultimate, the chances are that you're gonna keep it. Even when you get close to hitting that button, you're gonna be like, God damn, I do want to play that game this month. They know, they're not stupid. So if PlayStation got these people buying these boxes with no games, they said, you know what? We're gonna get more for ours. I blame Sony too. Fuck Sony. See, they fucked it up.
Jay. Go ahead.
Oh no.
No, Jay was asking, what's up? Thank you for rocking out with us. Says, I'm sorry if I missed this, but is Black Ops included in premium? No.
No,
it will not be
premium. No, it will not be in premium.
Yes. So
you will have to pay that extra $70 when it's time.
First party
and $12. I'm sorry, 12 months, $70. A little under a little under $6 a month extra. So if you're paying $15, that's like you're paying $20 a month, $21 a month if you play for premium and you buy Black Ops when it drops.
Yeah. So you get them a year, the first party a year later, but except for Call of Duty. But Michelle's right. Says this is Xbox's way of killing Yote.
Facts. Let me get the homie Dark Angelic over here because you got the boss with that $2 which says the conversation shouldn't be on price but value.
Yes,
that's it, bro.
Thank you.
That's
absolutely.
It. And the
Drop that mic.
Beautiful thing about value is that that's a personal perspective, right? That's personal. Something valuable. One man's trash is another man's treasure, right? So if you don't find value, then unsubscribe. Get a lower tier or just pay for your games out of pocket or play no games, whatever.
Quit gaming.
That's up to you. Whatever floats your boat, man. But if you do see the value, then that's a choice you have to make, right? So look, at the end of the day, I agree 100%.
That is the conversation. The value has to be there.
You got the homie Gamer Live Studio. Thank you for being here, homie. Thank you for that super chat.
Ooh, that profile picture.
It is pretty dope.
Yes.
Maybe GTA 6 might be on Game Pass day and date. Yo.
Ooh, listen.
That would be crazy.
Stop it. Don't mess with me. I feel like that would be insane. But you never know.
Facts.
You never know.
Facts. 100%.
You could be
that would be
something.
Real crazy.
That would be insane.
That would be real crazy. But highly unlikely, but real crazy.
That would be insane.
You got the homie Freddie Foss with another $2, man. Appreciate it, homie. Says $5 $70 games with tax cost you $375. Game Pass better. 100%. But remember, that's just 70. Next year, you're going to 80.
They're $80, Freddie.
80 next year. So even more reason why it's going to make sense. That's 400. So it's a big difference, man. It's a big difference. It's a very, very big difference. But listen, guys, I think hold on. We got the homie Raiden Blade back in the building.
Raiden,
I appreciate you, homies. It says ABK court case block COD from Game Pass, but it's £39 pre-order.
Yeah.
Court case block Call of Duty from Game Pass was it $3.89? Yeah, but now it's in, right? Now it's in. Jay Slay says that kind of sucks. I don't play Fortnite. Are there any additions to Ultimate?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get Ubisoft Classics. So if you want, first of all, you should play Fortnite. Just saying.
Yeah, you should check it out.
Fun as fuck. It's way better than anybody thinks it is. People treat it like it's some garbage. It's a third-person shooter. It's competent as fuck. It's gorgeous. The shooting is fucking on point. It's fun. it's fucking amazing. But
And
sure,
people
no
like
problem.
to act like it's filled with like a bunch of kids.
No,
It's
it's just
not.
as people playing, bro.
Yeah, people playing games, having fun.
But that being said, if we go over here, Ultimate has console, window, PC, and cloud. Of course, the games as normal. The big benefit that you're getting on Ultimate is 75 plus day one Game Pass games instead of 40-ish. So it's a big jump you're getting in day one games. Obviously, you're getting unlimited access to cloud gaming and stream your own games, but you get the shortest wait times, and the other two tiers have longer wait times. So you're in cloud streaming first, and you're getting the 1440p resolution, boosted bit rate. So you're getting the premium cloud experience if you're a cloud gamer like myself. Obviously, you're getting all the day ones. You're getting EA Play, but you're also getting the Ubisoft Plus classics. And then your member deals and discounts as always. And then you're getting those benefits like Riot Games and all that stuff. But now you're getting that Fortnite, which you said you don't care about. But you're also getting
And by the way, Fortnite also has racing now. They have the music
they have a
as
ton of shit,
well.
bro. All free.
But
It's
Michelle, we play Zero Build. I don't like that's the one
Oh
thing.
yeah, we don't
For
build.
me, the building.
Fuck that building shit.
They have Lego as well.
Oh yeah, they have like
pretty
a
freaking
open
dope.
world Lego experience. It's crazy. Yeah. So,
Oh shoot.
I think that's
Good luck, Jonathan. Jonathan's trying. He says that I still can't pre-order an Xbox ROG Ally X because it's sold out. Good luck.
Oh yeah. I mean, keep your eye.
Oh, didn't you see? Oh my gosh, you guys. Some people are getting it.
I know
early.
somebody got it early.
That's wild.
That's
That's
real
wild. That's like 2 weeks. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's real crazy.
But yeah, I think Amazon messed up. I think it was from Amazon.
Oh, it was Amazon in another country, I think.
Yeah.
But this is what they do, man.
Just takes that one person to ship it out or put a product out that's not supposed to be out. They've done this. Like Walmart's done it. Target has done it. Like you come in and they'll have something that's not supposed to be out for weeks. I think Will Broke Boy had brought up there was an X, I think it was the white one that wasn't supposed to be available and they had it out at Walmart early. He tried to buy it, but they wouldn't let him do it.
Yeah, that's a nice gift if you can get it early.
Yeah, right.
Oh man, I'd be so happy. That'd be glorious.
See, that's what I'm talking. Look, Jonathan, he knows. He says, stop it. Fortnite is like crack. Don't play it. You'll be sucked in. That's exactly what happened.
But it's crack for a reason because it's good, bro.
It is good.
It's good. They even have first person like a break point. They call it break some shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's what's that game that people like on PC? Like Counter-Strike?
Yeah.
Like they have like a Counter-Strike type game in there. Fortnite is fucking crazy, bro.
The Fall Guy too.
Yeah, the Fall Guy stuff is in there. They have so much stuff, man. It's fire. All right, listen, guys. This was supposed to be a shorter show, but this was a big topic.
Like Fortnite, crack.
This was, yeah, it was.
Crack is whack.
Crack is whack. Guys,
thank you.
This is where we're gonna wrap it up, man.
for
Thank you guys
rocking
for rocking out, man. You guys are the shit. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with us, man. You guys are awesome. Remember, we will be back tomorrow night. It's game night, baby.
Yes. Oh my god, a special
Call
one
of Duty.
too.
Call of Duty. That's right. So if you're not in our Discord, get in. We're gonna be playing. We're gonna be streaming live, but we're gonna be playing as a group. I know I got my boy. Be Nice is probably most likely going to be there. I think Demo said he was going to stop in.
Yes.
If you guys want to hop on, we're going to be going. It's about 10 o'clock Eastern.
Yes. Join our Discord, and through there, you guys will be able to get into the game, so you guys can all play live. That'll be so dope. It's a lot of fun. You guys have a great time.
100%.
And also you come in with a single player.
Yeah, 8 o'clock.
At 8 o'clock.
I'll be playing something. I'm just sorting out which one which way we're gonna go. Might be Hollow Knight, but I'm not sure 100%.
Ooh, we talked about. I don't want to bring it up. We talked about another one that might be cool to do too, but I don't want to bring it up.
Okay, well, we'll talk about it. We'll see.
Yeah.
So that's at 8, but then around 10:15 ish, we'll switch to Call of Duty.
Yes.
The beta. Shout out to our lyrics saying, "Dude, are you ready for K-pop Demon Hunters?" So fuck, we are. Hell
First of all,
immediately.
Heck yeah.
Immediately.
I saw your freaking comment and I like screamed inside because we found out yesterday.
Yes.
And we went ahead and peeked and we saw some of the characters and we lost it. Like, this is gonna be so freaking dope for Halloween, for freaking October. It's perfect. I have to say, Netflix is moving quick. They're not messing around. I know we had been talking here. We were like, oh man, it would be dope if they had like Halloween costumes, and Netflix was like, hold my beer. We've made the damn costumes, and they have the freaking costume for women too. So they're selling that too. I did not see this coming. That they were gonna be in freaking Fortnite, but what a freaking perfect collab for this freaking month, especially. The Funko Pops too, they made, and they're out for pre-order. I think they come out in January next year. That the song in that freaking movie, the movie's freaking dope, but the songs are freaking epic. So that's a W right there. Look at freaking listen, Sony making money elsewhere.
Listen, they got to get it somewhere.
Demon Slayer,
we
globally #1 movie. Man, we told these ponies, we warned them.
Well,
they had it coming.
They did. We got the homie Broke Boy to build it with that $2 super chat. Appreciate you, homie. Says Fortnite crew also includes the Rocket League pass. Yes, so it has Rocket League pass, it has the music pass, it has the Lego pass. It actually has it has the OG pass. So there's actually another regular battle pass as well. It gives you everything. It's fucking fire, bro. Every match I'm fucking unlocking. Bam, bam, bam. It's just crazy how you get everything from every part of the game. It's nonstop, which is what we want.
In the dances, man, I love the fact that now, if like, because I missed some of the dances and I have been waiting for them to come back in, but now if you have them, I just go while you're doing them, I just freaking click the button and we all just do the same dance together. That's pretty dope. You were only able to do that with certain one of them, but like they were able to go ahead and say, here you go. And now, like, listen, Jordans and Crocs and everything, yo. I feel like that's such a dope addition. You know what? I bought the skin for the Sonic car. That is so fire. They had the shoes too, and shadows as well. It's pretty dope.
Facts. It's almost like so much goodness. I'm not gonna lie. There's always something cool to do. So, all right, guys. Oh wait, we have our other one here from our boy Rated Blade. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for that.
Thank you, love.
$2 super chat says, CMoney, I'll see you tomorrow night. Remember that number.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. I will see you, my brother. And with that, we're gonna wrap it up, man. Thank you guys so much. We're gonna go ahead and end the show the way we end every single show. Doodle.
Yes.
We're done.
We are.
Until next time.
You're intruding.